Okay, there, guys. We're gonna get going here. Uh, Tenacious Earl, ready to roll with the 2018 Mexican Open, part of the 2019 Tenacious Golf Tour from Lagarte Viejo Mundo, a golf club in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. I hope I got the pronunciation of that name correct. It's obviously a Spanish name, and I did not take Spanish, so if I butchered it, and I freely admit I may not know what I'm talking about. Actually, I probably don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we have the leaderboard that you can see at the top of the screen. It's going to stay there for the duration of this broadcast. I don't know if I'm going to get the full 3 hours in here. It's a long time to play. It takes about that long to get 12 golfers through 18 holes in History Maker Golf. These are fictional golfers, if you haven't figured it out. Most of them are from the Pro National Golf Tour set, available from play.com, Play. There's a couple that I've custom made. You can see those here. This one, and this one. They're a little different in the styling, so pretty similar but different. So they still should play about with the same traits and everything, and we'll see how that works out. Over here is the where I have the course cards. We'll be talking about those as we go. Don't have a lot of time to go into great in-depth detail about how to read the cards, but basically these little dice here, if you can kind of count them, the more of these that there are, the tougher the hole is, usually. So in this case, number 1 has 5. So what that will mean is when we're going to roll all 4 dice, that's the number of faces. That means that we have to read off of this section of the card to help us determine how the hole's played out. If it rolls onto one that's not in this list, so usually it will be, it comes back this way. So you might have 5 only. You could have 4 and 5, 3, 4, and 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it's not in this list, then it goes off of traits that, basically the player decides, his own ability decides how he finishes the hole, as opposed to the difficulty or hazards presented by the hole itself. So that's kind of just a real quick breeze through of how this works. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. We're going to be live streaming it here, but generally speaking, I'm not going to do a ton of gameplay discussion or whatever. So leaderboard, Jay Laufenberg and Dustin Emmerich will begin the day tied at 18 under par. And I have to, so Honorado, I forgot to put this marker down. Gail Honorado, Boyd Yeager, Gary Zakowski, and Malcolm Wiles are one back at minus 17. That's where they will start their day. Rudy Wallace, Franz Hockel are at 16 under, 2 behind. And one moment. And Rance Aberle, Jeffrey Hahn, Braden LaSalle Jr., and Kyson Roca, are all minus 15, 3 back. And so we have some issues presenting themselves today specifically. Namely that Gail Honorado is considered a rust putter today. And what that means is when he has a clutch putt, he only has a 16% chance of making it, where as opposed to normally he'd have a 50% chance. Because that's what the rust designation indicates, is that you have a 1 in 6 chance. Also, you'll see chips involved. There's blue chips and red chips. I do believe that you can get a red chip. Um, Actually, I should look that up in the rules. And actually, probably a better place to look is in the Facebook group, and I'm going to look it up right now as I'm talking through this. But um, Dustin Emmerich, who is one of the best players on tour, he will be unable to earn blue chips, which blue chips are good. I do believe that even though you can't get blue chips, I think you can get red chips, and I would assume you could then earn a blue chip to. Well, maybe you can't. Maybe you just have to use the red chips. So let's see. History Maker Golf. Um, doesn't I don't know if it says in this list tournament mode. Maybe it's under that. Doesn't say. I'll have to ask it. I'm gonna play it the way that I see fit, which is that they can earn red chips, and they have to use them rather than have them canceled out by a blue chip. So they can't earn any blue chips at all. Let's get going. The other thing I will do real quick before we get started, if you can see the colors here, I have done a little color coding to try and indicate how the course plays, because a lot of times you want to know the strategy of how you want to approach the course. So the first two holes, you're gonna if you can get the white 6, which is basically a gimme par, and you get a blue chip on it, you want to take that. You can also accumulate a lot of blue chips through this section here. This is sort of the easiest part of the course. 9, 10, and 12 are kind of middle of the road. 11 and 13 are pretty easy. But then at the end of the round, you get to some real difficult ones as well. So you may want to try and bank the blue chips, which can help you avoid having to give the course control on the daunting holes and such. But it also involves having a lot of those dice faces that I show you. There's most of them are 5 or 4, and I already just dropped one of my dice. So it's never good. Well, it's a good thing it was real close by there. So let's get going. Braden LaSalle Jr. will be the first off here at number 1, final round of the 2018 Mexican Open. Number 1, 438-yard par 4. It's got a semi-daunting designation, which involves when you get these squares on the card, mostly. There's also there's daunting and cordial. They're kind of like opposite ends, and then you also get this dot here, which is sort of a half quality. We'll see how that plays out a little later. Then you also have challenging versus friendly, which is referring to the greens, which plays when you get this circle on this card, and there's also ways you get it through when the player has control. So let's go. LaSalle Jr., probably not a good chance of taking control on the first hole, and he won't. So what we do from here, if the course controls it, you take the black and the white dice, or the white and black, however you want to think about it, and you build them from lowest to highest. So sequential order, lowest to highest. Oh, wait, no, you don't take not the black and white, the black and the silver, my bad. So that is a 16. And so that is a rough. So he hits it in the rough, and there's a little 1 next to it, so it means off the tee on a par 4. So the green 1 will probably work well for LaSalle. That means a good lie out of the rough. He's not a workman, so he hits the ball well. He'll immediately earn a blue chip because he's going to have a wow shot. He hits a really spectacular shot out of the rough. And now we re-roll the white die to see how it plays out for him. It's a 1. He's got a chance at it holing out. We need to re-roll the white die and shake it up. If it's a 1, it's an eagle. If otherwise, it'll hang on the lip and it'll be a tap-in birdie. And it's a tap-in birdie. All but tap-in. We just got to roll these 2 dice, make sure they're not 6s, and it's a birdie for LaSalle Jr. Good start for him. Within 2. We got a lot of guys right in the midst of this leaderboard. So, and he earns a blue chip out of the process. Doesn't even have to use it. Now, Kaisen Roca making a telecast here, and so it'll be 56. And you look here, he's in the woods with his second shot, so it's going to be green side. He's got to try and get up and down for par. And a green 4. He is not a workman, so he'll have a moderate putt for par. So moderate is 1 to 5. I forgot to put all my charts up here that I usually use, so bear with me. I do know that a moderate par putt is a 1 to 5. So I'm just going to get these things up here, and then we will be on the road. I want to get, there's one other chart here I use a good bit. Actually, scratch that. There's 2 charts. I gotta move this thing here. Okay, there's that. And then, I don't know. I guess I put this up here. Okay. So it's a 1 to 5 for Roca, and he makes the putt. So that is a par. Okay, so the way we do this is we have a progression from worst to best out of these 6 golfers, and we just kind of roll them on as we go. So we'll have LaSalle and Roca play hole 2, and then Aberley and Hahn play hole 1. Okay, so this is 428. Kind of a nasty green here. This exclamation mark means that it's you're going to have to take whatever your putt difficulty and add 1 to it if the course controls it. So this is a 4, so if you roll a white 1, you get control. LaSalle Jr. will take control of it himself. That's one thing you can use a blue chip for. And so he's going to roll it up. So it's 1, 2, 4 off of his card. Par 4. He's not a duffer, and it's not a firm green, so it's going to be golf cam green. Green 1. Is it challenging? No. Is he scattered? No. So he's going to have a clutch putt for birdie. Now he needs a 1 to 3 because he has no putting rating. Earns a red chip if he misses, but he makes it. So back-to-back birdies for LaSalle Jr., and he joins the foursome at -17, and he is off to a fast start here at Lagarte Viejo Mundo. And now Roca with a 22. He's in the rough again. He's having some issues with his accuracy here in the early going. And a green 6. Is he a master? He's semi-master with a dot. So a semi quality means that when you have the decider die, if it's a green dot, then it's yes. If it's solid white, then it's a no. But this time he is a master, so he gets a chance at a double difficult putt for birdie. Now what that means is that you actually need to roll a D6 and the decider die for double difficult birdie putt. What I like to do is use lag in this situation. So I have a custom lag rule that I use. I'm not going to go into detail, but he does successfully lag it up there, and that makes an easy par putt. Which is a 6-6 miss, and he makes it. So that's a par for Roca. We'll go back to 1 for Rance Aberley and Jeff Hahn. Boy, real close to a quad 1, but that's going to be still going to be the course controlling it with a 14, and he is in the woods off the tee. Woods off the tee. And it's a green 1, so Aberley should be all right with this. He's not a workman, so he gets a wow chance. And I realized that I made a little bit of a mistake with Roca on the first hole. But we're going to re-roll white now because he's got the wow chance. But it's a 5, so it'll be a moderate putt for birdie for Aberley. And we are going to... So moderate birdie putt. That's a 1 to 4. No. It's a 1 to 2. 1 to 2. If you could use the blue chip to make it 1 easier, would be a 1 to 4. Probably not a great use of your blue chip, unless you're close to the end of the round. You really need to kind of juice it along. But in this case, he's going to take this 33% chance. And he's a 1 or a 2, and it's a 1. It's in the hole. He will birdie. And holding on to that chip really made sense there for him. Now he can use it on 2 and eliminate the second of the hard holes to start out. All right, let me go back through here because I messed up because it was the tree hazard for Roca on 1. And he wasn't a workman, so he had the moderate. It was the same thing, moderate putt for par. So no issue there with any inconsistency because I think I looked off of the rough chart. So instead of the woods chart. Here is Hahn. I don't think we've seen Hahn before. So we'll get some bios from the good people at play. And Jeffrey Hahn is British. He can still hit it long. You can see he's a semi-bomber. But not as far as he used to. So that's where the semi comes in. He used to probably be just a straight-up bomber. And with a 5A, his chances of making finals or finishing high when he doesn't make the final pairings is pretty low. But we'll see how this plays out. He's actually got a pretty good, aside from that semi-stone and the gilded on the experience, he's a pretty decent card. And it's going to also be, he will be in the rough with 1 with the 16 on the black and silver, and then a green 4. Is it Workman? No, he's not, so he will get away with a second putt for par that's moderate and needs to avoid a 6. And he does, so that's a good start for Hahn. So Aberley and LaSalle Jr. on the move so far. And one moment here, I'm going to just do it. Current, doesn't look like anybody's watching at the moment, but that's not a problem. I'm hoping people will kind of funnel in and out of here as we go on. This is going to take quite a while to finish up. Okay, so the third, not too tough. You can see it only has 2 degrees of course control, but it is a par 4 with a water hole, water near the green. You can see that on 13. So if you roll a white 4 or a white 5, you do have a chance at going in the water with your approach shot to the green. But not, and you also have it half the time on 25. But 389-yard par 4, and it'll be LaSalle Jr. 1 back. Now he doesn't have a blue chip to use. He's just going to have to hope he can get a 1, 2, or 3, and he actually even better. Potentially, he gets a 6. This is a simple par. He earns a blue chip, and he can save that for a little later. So that's good for him. Roca. He gets a 3, so that means it will be checking his traits, not the course traits. Par 4, and it's 2, 2, 6. You, again, read it sequentially, lowest to highest, and you take all 3. You take the black, the silver, and the green, in whatever order, but it has to be lowest to highest. No, not based on color. 226. Is he yeoman or gilded? He is gilded, so it's going to be what we have here on the chart as it gets really bright because of the light that I have. It's a little hex nut kind of looking thing. Gallery groans. He will get a red chip for that, and he's going to have to try and scramble it up. Green 6 isn't going to be that helpful either. Gallery groans, par 5. He's not a workman, so he gets polite applause. We re-roll the white die and see what kind of chance, if it's birdie or if it's just a par chance. It's a 5, so he will end up with a difficult putt for par. Difficult is 1 to 3, and what I should do is probably create a little graphic I can put in one of the corners or at the bottom of the screen so it's easy for everybody to kind of see how the putts make sense. But it's a 1 to 3 for Roca to remain at minus 15, but he misses it. So now he'll have a moderate bogey. He needs to avoid a 6, and he does. He'll drop to 14 under, 4 behind. So not a good way to start there. Par bogey now. So Aberley, he will use the blue chip to buy control of the hole. And a 1-3-5 on the par 4. Aberley is a long hitter, so he's not Duffer or puny. He's also not utility, so it's going to be right now. And as of right now, because he only has a single birdie, he is semi-hot, and the decider die says no. Green 5 for right now asks, is he cold? Well, he's neutral, he's not cold, so he'll have a moderate birdie putt. If he makes this, he would join those other 5 at minus 17. He needs a 1 or a 2. Oh! And he rounds it into the cup. It took the long route, but it went in. And we're just going to have to do a little bit of space management here now because we've got a glut of guys at minus 17. So let's see if we can compress some things and spread some things out. So let's see if we can get this. So Rance Aberley joins Wiles, LaSalle Jr., Dukowski, Yeager, and Honorado at minus 17. It'd be neat to have graphics to do this rather than, but the manual scoreboard here. But maybe the fans of the Chicago Cubs can appreciate a manual scoreboard on occasion. Okay, so Jeffrey Hahn still at minus 15. Doesn't have a blue chip to use, but he will get control with a white 1. A nice bit of luck there for him. 3-6-6. Let's see if it plays that well. Is he a shape or no? Well, it's going to be a short game check with a green 6. That's not... Green 6s, once you get to checking on stuff, usually that's not going to help you. So is he stone? Well, the decider die bails him out. He is not this time, so he's going to have a difficult putt for par. He'd have a double difficult par putt if the decider die had been yes. So difficult 1 to 3 again, but he makes that, so he will remain minus 15. Okay, and back to the first. Rudy Wallace and Franz Ockel. Decider die is up here hanging on the edge saying yes. So, it's going to be checking card 55. That's going to be Golf Cam Course. The decider die says yes, so it is a daunting hole And that could mean Rudy could be looking for a bogey here. Let's see. The green 2, cordial. Nope. Daunting, yes. A clutch putt for bogey. He's lucky he's semi-gold. That means it's 1 to 4. 66% chance of making this, but that's only for bogey. This to stay at minus 15, and he does make it. But an opening bogey, he'll earn a blue chip because he made a clutch putt. But he drops a shot. So it leaves Franz Ockel there at minus 16 alone. Speaking of Ockel, that's his playing partner. Let's see how he fares. He will take a blue chip and a par. He's not going to horse around with any worrying about attacking the green in this case. He just takes his par. Okay, so things have changed a bit. We've got 8 within a shot of the lead. We've got, we're halfway, half of the final groups have gotten started. And now we start to get to some interesting holes here where I love the easy holes. It's fun to see guys get on runs. And we should start seeing some guys take some good scores through these next 5 holes. And it'll be LaSalle Jr., birdie par so far. 116-yard par 3. This thing is short. It does have a little bit of water. 45 and 13 are each half water chances. Also 35 and 66. So, but that's only if you roll a white 5. So the chances of that are pretty low. If you get the breeze blowing in from the ocean, it could be a bit tough. But let's see how LaSalle plays it. Well, he gets a green 6, and he will take another blue chip. He could try to attack the pin here with a 4, but instead he's going to take his par and remain 1 back and get more capital to use later. Okay, Kyson Roca, he's going to leave the red chip alone for now. Oh, but it's a white 5, which means it's off the card, but he gets 26, which is going to be golf cam course. And with this being a double cordial, oh wait, I don't remember. Oh man, I don't remember what the decider die was before. I might have just screwed LaSalle out of a birdie. Let's see. Can I bring it up here? That's not where I'm at. Okay, I'm looking at the replay, trying to get a. So bear with me for a second. When are we gonna roll? It was a no, so I played that fine. Okay. Go back to live. I'm going to shrink this back down, and we'll get back to our game here. So LaSalle was fine. So Roca, golf cam course, green 5. Is it a cordial hole? It is, so he'll have a clutch putt for birdie. Semi-gold. He's just got to take this, and if he gets a second red chip, then so be it. 1 to 4. And he makes it. So a birdie for Roca. And that gets him back to minus 15. Cancels out the bogey on the previous hole. And because a made clutch putt earns you a blue chip, that cancels out the red. Okay, so Aberley back-to-back birdies. Can he get another one here at 3? 1 back in the early going. Oh, gets the white 6, and he will take a par and a blue chip. Almost mirror for LaSalle Jr. And now Jeffrey Hahn. And he gets a white 5. It means 24, which is golf cam green. So white. Green 2. Is it a friendly green? No. Challenging? No. He's going to have an easy putt for par. 6-6 equals a miss. Otherwise, it's good, and it is good. So, all pars for Hahn. And it's going to be Franz Ockel being the first to go at 2. He will use his blue chip to buy control. 155 on the par 4. Is he a bomber or a duffer? No. Champion? No. So right now he is neutral, and it's going to be that moderate putt for birdie with a green 5 again, because he's not cold. Moderate birdie putt, 1 or 2 would make it, but he misses that. So now an easy par putt. Almost misses it, but he does sink it. And now Wallace will use his blue chip again to buy control. Kind of the way to coerce this first couple holes. If you can get a blue chip along the way, keep it for 2 and use it. So 2-4-4 for Rudy. Is he king? He is. So he'll get, well, he can't get a blue chip, but he does get the gallery cheers roll and a 4. Is he utility? He's not. So he will have a moderate putt for birdie. Needs a 1 or a 2, and he would rise to -16. 33% chance at the putt, but he misses it. So that gives him the 6-6 miss, which he makes it. And he navigates 2 without casualty. Okay, back to 1, and it'll be Gary Zakowski. Zakowski, the 29-year-old American, has a brilliant second shot. You can see here, look at all these guys. That number 4 could be a real chance at him knocking it in. Short par 3. Let's see, and then we'll look again at the other guys here in just a second. So here at number 1, it's Zakowski. 23. He is in the woods with his second shot. That's not a good start. Green 5. Is he a master? He's not. So now he's going to have a difficult par putt. He needs a 1 to 3 to stay in that tie at -17. And he does not get it. Just misses it. Burns the edge. Now a moderate bogey, and he makes that. But he's going to start with a blemish at the first. And now it'll be Malcolm Wiles. So Wiles, he was from the previous set. I believe he's Scottish, and looks like he's long. Looks like he's got great irons, but he doesn't get the putter going in the clutch moments. So 56, that's Woods in 2 as well. Green 1, though, a workman. Not a workman, so he'll have a pin shot. We roll the white die on the pin chart, and the 5, a moderate putt for par, 1 to 5, and he makes it. So Wild stays at -17. Okay. So LaSalle Jr. to the easy 5th. It's 554, so it's a long hole. Actually, Rocca will go first. He had a birdie on 4. .554. There is water in play. There's a canal to the left. Hole plays from the left to the right. Eagle opportunity for the long hitters. And let's see if Rocca can get one down there and keep working. Oh, he gets a 5, and that's a 12, and he's going to be golf cam green. So catches a break. If it had been 11, he would have a chance of the water. But instead, he gets golf cam green and then a 4. Is it friendly? No. It's not challenging either, so he needs a clutch putt for par. He could get a blue chip here with a 1 to 4. Ah, but he misses it. He gets another red chip. And he's going to bogey. He gets an easy bogey putt. But just as he earned back that his clutch putting let him down. So I got to sit down here for a minute. Okay. And now LaSalle Jr. Okay, he's going to get the 1-3-5 on the par 5. He's not a duffer or puny. He is a hero, so he gets the special short game chart. Green 5. Is he stoned? No, he isn't, so he will have a moderate birdie putt. So the question is, does he want to use the blue chips to give himself? He could take the moderate birdie putt. He could use 2 blue chips and move it up to gimme. Or he could hang on to them and try to use them later. LaSalle Jr. is going to take a long approach. He's going to try and save the blue chips for the harder holes, and he's going to try and see if he can make a 1-2. And it's in the hole. And he joins Laufenberg and Emmerich in the lead, 3 under par through his first 5. And Braden LaSalle Jr., let's see, since we have we have a moment here just to take a little, peruse my database here, or spreadsheet, whatever you want to call it. Let's see, winner's exemption list. No, LaSalle Jr. is not on the list. But if he keeps playing this way, he will be. So, all right, let's keep moving along here. And we're going to go to 4. And it'll be Aberle and Hahn. Par 3. 3, 4, 5. Well, miscalculated swing sends the ball past the green, wedged on the green, difficult putt for par. So this is kind of a speeded up version. He has a difficult putt. He's going to have to make this 1-3. Oh, the 1 is coming up here. He keeps at that -17, and now Jeffrey Hahn. And that's a 1-2-6. Is he a champion? He is. He'll have an easy birdie putt. Needs a 1-4 to get to -16, 2 back. Oh, and he holes it out. Beautiful stroke. Perfect speed. Jeffrey Hahn, the Britishman, or the Brit, whatever you want to call him, moves 1 closer. Okay, the 3rd. And it will be Franz Ackel. Franz, he is from Denmark, and he's a workhorse who loves the game. He's 33, plays in as many tournaments as possible, and he will have control with a 3-6-6 on the par 4. Is he a bomber? No, he's not. So he's going to just have a chance at a short game check here. Green 6, is he stoned? No, he's going to have a difficult putt for par. But he does make it. So Ackel with the par stays at -16 with Sikowski and Hahn. Rudy Wallace, it's going to be 14. That's in the woods off the tee. Green 3, could be worse. It's not a workman, so he's going to have an easy putt for par. 6-6 miss. And he makes it. Okay, back to 2. Zakowski bogeyed, so it'll be Wiles first here at the 2nd. Doesn't have a blue chip to point at it, but he does now with a white 6. He takes a par. Back-to-back pars on 2 tough holes. Could spell good things for Malcolm. Here's Gary Zukowski, and it'll be 36. That'll be in the rough in 2 with a green 3. See a Workman? No, so he'll have a gimme putt for par. That's 3 6s on 3 dice. That's the highest odd chance you can have on this game, and so that is a par. He stays at minus 16, 1 or 2 back. Okay, here we are to the first with Gail Honorado. So Gail Honorado, American, 30 years old. He's had recent success, but his early form indicates he'll be among top money winners. His rating keeps going up, tournament rating. So let's start with him. Tough hole to start, though. And the decider die says yes. So if it goes to a daunting check, it is daunting. 36 is in the woods in 2. Well, that means he shouldn't have to worry about the daunting aspect. Green 5, is he a master? He is, so he will have an easy putt for par. Honorado gets away with a bad shot and claims his par on number 1. Okay, Boyd Yeager. Boyd Yeager, he's also British. 35, collegiate soccer, football, and rugby star. He decided to throw his irons into the golf scene, and he's done pretty well for himself. Here's Yeager starting out this final round with a 14 in the woods in 1. Green 2, is he master? No, he's not, so he will have an easy par putt. And he gets off with a par. Okay, so we're going to be up to the leaders at this point. Of course, Braden LaSalle Jr. is 1 already. So let's see how he does here on the 6th. 416 yards. It is a par 4. And has a cordial rating and a semi-friendly for the green. No water icons on this. It's a course control of 1, so Sal Jr. needs to be thinking about maybe catching another birdie here and taking the lead outright. But he gets a white 5. That's going to mean we go off the course card, and his 23 puts him in the rough in 2. So now he's going to be scrambling for par. Is he a master? Semi-master with a dot? Yes. So he'll have an easy par putt. He will. It's very likely he should escape with a par, and he does. And now Roca, coming off a bogey. He's going to use the red chip for a black 6. That's one way you can do it. And he gets he can't take a blue chip for that, but he can claim a par with the white 6. Since he spent a chip, he can't earn one. Hole 5. It's going to be Hahn first. Oh, boy, almost dropped the die. 3, 5, 6 for Hahn. He's not scattered or puny. Is he a hero? No. Is he a champion? Yes. He's an easy putt for birdie, 1 to 4. And he misses it, so it's going to leave a gimme par. No problems with that. But leaves a good birdie chance on the table. And now Rance Aberley 1 back. 2, 3, 4. Is it a direct green? It is. He's got a dot on the decider die. So green and 2, he's got a moderate putt for eagle. Well, for an eagle, he's going to use the blue chip and try to make it 1 to 4, easy eagle putt. Can he do it? Oh, and he missed it. So now a gimme birdie. He makes that. So he joins the 3 that are at minus 18. And he lost a blue chip in the process, but he does get a share of the lead. So 4 tied at the top. We can kind of loosen it up here again, or tighten it up, however you want to look at it. Okay, back to 4. Franz Hockel at the par 3. And it's a white 2, and the decider die says no. It's 2, 5, 6. See a hacker? No. So it goes to mood. I don't think anybody has any mood yet. So Ockel with a 2 on a par 3. Is he sunny? He isn't. He's going to have a difficult putt for birdie. It's a 16% chance. He's going to lag. Oh boy. And he gets the 6-6, which for my lag rule means that the difficult, still it's an easy putt for par. It's not moderate, so he should make it because he just had double 6s. So Ockel with a par. Chances of 6-6s coming twice in a row is quite low. All right. And he does not have his mood change because he lagged. Here's Wallace. 1, 3, 4. Well, he's not a hacker, so it's going to be right now, and Wallace is neutral right now. And this is going to be great for him. He's going to come out smelling like a rose. He's not cold. That's what you check if he's a 1. So he has a gimme putt for birdie. That's the 6-6 miss, and he makes it. So back to even par on his round. Joins all those guys at minus 16. Wow, you only have Oroka being the guy who's kind of fallen down the chart a little bit. Okay, Malcolm Wiles, back-to-back birdies, or back-to-back pars, excuse me. Here he is at 4, and he will take a par, white 6. Mr. Consistent right now, and here's Sikowski. I'd like to square it back up again, 2, 3, 6, par 4. He's not a duffer, but he's going to end up with a short game check with a green 3. Soft, no. Easy par putt. Easy par putt, and he makes it. Okay. Now Honorado and Jaeger. And 16, rough and 1. Green 2. Green 2 should give him a shot at holing it out here, or maybe having a chance at a pitch in. So rough and 1 and a 2. Is he a master? He is. He'll have a wow shot. That earns him a blue chip. Reroll white. And it's a 2. That's an easy birdie putt. 1 to 4. And he misses it. So now a gimme par. Would have been tempting to use that blue chip. He got 1-6. Would he have had the other 6? That's the question. So Jaeger, not Jaeger. Jaeger with a 33 is going to be golf cam course. Wait a minute. let's do. Let's see. We have a green 2. Remember green 2. So he still makes it. So I should have taken. So this was a green 2, and this is how everything was stacked up before for Jaeger. So we had a green. So this, because it was anything coming off of the course card, we need to add a degree of difficulty to. So I may have given some guys a little bit of leeway that I shouldn't have. Sometimes it goes off of. Well, some of them used a blue chip. So, but in this case with 33, it's golf cam course and a green 2. Is it cordial? No. It's daunting? No. It means what I call an X moderate. So because it's extreme, it goes from easy to moderate. It needs a 1 to 5, and he misses it. So now it is an easy bogey putt, which he makes. But Jaeger will bogey and drop to -16. Okay, and now the final group comes to the first tee. So Jay Laufenberg, the first to go, he's 40 years old. He's a bit of a veteran on the tour, has surprised everyone, including himself. May not be the top tier, but usually plays well enough to win. So let's see if he does here. He's got a pretty good putting rating of semi-gold. But he's also playing with arguably the best player on tour. So let's see how he does here at 1. You get the 16 again, which is going to be in the rough in 1. Green 2, he's not a master, so he still ends up with a moderate putt for par. 1 to 4. Well, he misses that. He got the yips there. Now an easy bogey. He almost misses that. Laufenberg drops out of that tie for the lead as the pressure. It could be too much for him here. We never know. Okay, Emmerich. So Emmerich, British. We've talked plenty of times about him here. Still a top player, though perhaps not so strong as record-breaking past years. He did not finish number 1 on tour in the previous year. I believe it was Gareth Leonard. But he will start here with a 36 that's in the woods in 2. Sprays it off the tee. And a 4, he's not a workman, so he'll have a moderate putt for par. And he makes that. So he'll stay with LaSalle Jr. and Aberley. And we're on the way. So, hello to anybody who's watching. I see there's at least one person on checking it out at the moment. So your leaders, Dustin Emmerich, Braden LaSalle Jr., Rance Aberley, and then you got Honorado, Wiles, and Laufenberg playing in the final group who just dropped the shot. So we're at the 7th. So we've got 2 more holes in this rather cozy stretch. And this is another par 5, 554. It's along the beach, kind of like, if you remember, Pebble Beach, how you kind of have some holes that just go alongside. This is as well as a par 5. Mangroves to the left. This is dogleg right, provides another solid chance for birdie. And it's going to be LaSalle Jr. who has the tee here. Oh, and he's going to have to make a putt for par with, when you've got this white 6 and you have two 6s on the other dice, you have to make a clutch putt for par. And that's going to, he is going to try and ensure that he makes that putt, which he does. So he used a blue chip to make sure his putting went from normal to gold, and because if he hadn't done that, he would have missed the putt. So he makes a par on the 7th. So the white 6 is normally a gimme tap in for par, and you get a blue chip. But if you get the double 6s, that's not so good. So, yeah, Roca will get a chance to take a par, and he will, and get a blue chip, because he only has 1-6 showing other than the white die. Okay. So the white die didn't really allow for much there. So Aberley in the lead, come into the 6th. 2, 5, 6. Is he a legend? He is. He gets a blue chip as he makes the gallery cheer. And then a green 5. Is he a hacker? No, he's not. So a moderate putt for birdie. I'm going to try and hole it out here. But he misses. So now easy putt for par. No problems for Aberley. He stays tied for lead. Jeffrey Hahn, 2 back. Oh, and trips 1s. That's going to be a special result chance. Special result. So this can be good. It can be bad. We roll 2 more dice. We will roll the black and the silver. We're going to keep the decider die as yes, because that's what it was. 25 on the par 4. Out of bounds tee. Roll again. Add a penalty stroke. Stormy the rest of the round. Okay, so that's going to be troublesome. Put a little storm cloud next to Hahn, and his day just got a little worse. Okay, so now we start again. Hits it out of bounds. And here's 115. What he wouldn't have given for that to start with. 115. Yeoman or scatter. He's neither of those. Is a utility? No. He'll have a moderate putt for birdie, which is really a moderate putt for par. So we will give him the benefit of that. 1 to 5. He still misses it, so it's going to be an easy bogey, which he makes. So Hahn with a bogey. He drops back to where he started the day, minus 15. Okay, so moving right along here. We're back to the double cordial, semi-direct 5th. And Rudy Wallace gets the first crack at it here. Gets a white 6, and so with double cordial, he'll take a birdie. Doesn't get a blue chip for it. He will join the others at minus 17. So double cordial means a white 6 becomes a birdie, and you don't get a blue chip. Okay, so 3, 4, 5 on the par 5. It seems like we had that roll once before. Let's see. Oh boy, that's not good. That's he struck it thin. Gallery groans. Hockle earns a red chip in the process. Green 4, is he workman? No. Polite applause. We re-roll white. 3, so that'll be a double difficult putt for birdie. He's going to lag it. So that gives him an easy putt for par. He can't use a red chip on the same hole he earned it, so he does make the par. Okay. So it's going to be Wiles next. Easy par 3, 156. Although, let's see, nobody has birdied it yet, so it might not be that easy. 156. Let's see how this turns out. Is he hacker or gilded? He's semi-gilded. No dot, so he's not gilded. He's going to go with experience. And he's an icon. It's going to check if he's prospect. So he should get a moderate birdie putt out of this, right? Moderate birdie. Wiles needs a 1 or a 2. He could use blue chips. He's going to hang on to him. 1 or 2. And he misses. So that's and easy par, and it's in the cup. Stays one back. Nobody taking too much initiative here. LaSalle and Aberley did early in the round, but have kind of spun their wheels here coming in. And now 23 is going to be in the rough. Zukowski has had brutal luck thus far. And in the first easy hole, he ends up with a white 5, and then he doesn't get course cam, which hurts him. So green 6 also is not great. So is he a master? He's not. He has a double difficult putt for par. He will lag this one, and so that gives him an easy bogey, which he makes, but 2 over on his front 9 so far. 2 over in 4 holes, excuse me. Not good. Drops to minus 15. Okay, so Honorado at 3. That's 3, 4, 4. Yeoman or puny? He's neither of those. Is it a firm green? No, it's going to be golf cam green. And a green 4. It's neither friendly nor challenging, so he's going to have a clutch putt for par. And remember, he's rust. Well, he will spend it to go to neutral. Needs a 1 to 3, and he makes it. So stays at minus 17. Had to throw away a blue chip in the process, but not really throwing it away if you use it to your advantage. Jaeger now he'll have a 2, 3, 4. It's not direct, and he is not dynamic, so it'll be right now, and right now he is semi-cold. Doesn't matter. No check for cold in this one. It's going to be a check if he's hot, and he's not. Par 4. Hot, no. He'll have a difficult putt for birdie. So that's a 1. It would give him a moderate putt for par. So does he want to play the 1? Take a flyer on maybe getting that stroke back? Or does he want to... He could lag it and ensure that he has an easy putt for par. He's gonna take a chance. He needs a 1 here. So let's see. We're rolling it good, and he misses. So now he needs a moderate putt for par, 1 to 5, and he does make it. Okay, so back to 2. And Emmerich will be the first to go. Laufenberg bogeyed the first. Okay, 45 is Woods in 2. So no luck so far for Emmerich either. And a green 6 doubles it down on it. Semi-master does not get the decider die either, so he's going to have a double difficult putt for par. He could very well. He's probably going to lose it. We're going to do the lag roll here, so a double difficult putt for par lagged. So he ends up with an easy bogey, which he makes, but he will drop a shot, and now it's LaSalle, Jr., and Aberley in sole possession. Well, tied for possession of the lead. Remember as well that Emmerich cannot earn blue chips in this round. Laufenberg, and he gets what would probably be the best thing you can get, which is a white 6. It's not the best thing you can get, but a really good result is just to get a par, and you get a blue chip, and he can rub that in his partner's face because his partner can't get any of those. Okay, so we've got LaSalle Jr. and Aberley up top. Then you got Honorado, Wiles, Laufenberg, Wallace, Emmerich, one back. And then you've got Ockel and Jaeger within reach, barely. 3 back. No, they're 2 back, and then Hahn and Zukowski are 3 back. So we are just past the hour mark, and I'm going to just keep trying to burn through this until I get word from the producers of the show that I'm going over. By producers of the show, I mean those who are can summon me on a moment's notice to do some other things. Okay, so Braden LaSalle Jr. at the 8th. The 8th is the end of what seemed to be the really easier holes. 151-yard par 3. Large bank of sand separates the tee area from the approach. Canote, I don't know what the heck that's called. There's a cavern located above the left of the green. Watch out. Okay, if you hit the X here, that goes into that cavern, and you have to play it as water. So LaSalle wants to avoid a 4 or 5 on the white die, and he does with a 1-3-4 on a par 3. Well, he is not a hacker, so it's going to be right now, and right now he is neutral. And that's not going to help him because he's going to ask if he's hot, and he's not, so he'll have a double difficult birdie putt. Now, sometimes it can be worth taking a risk on a double difficult birdie putt. The thing you can get with a double difficult putt in general is if you make it, you get a blue chip. In this case, you then end up with a difficult par, and what he would want to do is have some willingness to use that blue chip to make the difficult par moderate. In this case, he's going to lag and hope for an easy par putt, which he gets. And so now he just needs to avoid 6s, and he does. So that's a par. He avoids trouble. All right, but now it's going to be 46. That's in the trees for Roca. And he's struggling to gain traction. Of course, he gets a green 1, which is a good lie. He's not a workman. He gets a pin shot, re-roll the white die, and see if he can knock it in. But he gets a 6, so that pin shot's going to leave a difficult putt for par. And he misses that, so now a moderate bogey. And he will bogey it, and he drops to -13, so he is 5 back. Once a golfer gets 7 back of the lead, they are considered out of contention, and then there's a little bit of a quick roll through as we go for them. Okay, so the par 5, it's going to be Aberley, who is bogey-free so far. 3 birdies, tied for the lead. And it's going to be 3-5-6. He is not scatter nor Pewty. He is not a hero either, but he is a champion. He'll have an easy putt for birdie. He's going to take his chances, save the blue chip. Can he make a 1-4 easy birdie putt? It's in the hole. He takes sole possession of the lead at -19. He is 4 under par on his round. He is playing some great golf right now. Hahn, on the other hand, is now kind of talking to himself, feeling the worst of it, and a 1-3-4. Maybe that'll cheer him up a little bit. Duffer, no. Champion, yes. He'll earn a blue chip with a gallery cheers, and a green 1 might be just a ticket. Let's see. Is he a champion? He is. He gets a gimme birdie putt, and this will salve the wounds of the previous hole. So a birdie for Hahn goes to -16, but he's still 3 back. So now if you notice, Roca is actually 6 behind the leader. So another bogey for him, or a birdie for Aberley, and he's going to be out of contention. Okay, to the 6th. and Wallace on back-to-back birdies. And it's going to be 266 at the par 4. King, or he is a king, so he'll get a blue chip, and gallery cheers for him. Green 6, though, is going to make it a little bit, going to temper it a bit. He's going to have a difficult birdie putt because he's not Hacker. Difficult birdie. You can go ahead and try and make it. He needs a 1. 1 on the green die here. We roll it. Can he get a 1? Nope. So that leaves him a moderate par. Needs to avoid that same 6, and he does. Okay, Ockel. Franz Ockel. 1, 3, 4. It's not direct, and he's not a hacker, so it's going to be experience. And this will help him. He's an icon, and the 4 is going to ask him, is he an icon? And since he is, he'll have an easy birdie putt. Needs 1 to 4. Oh, boom. Thought about using that red chip. And if we had used it for him, he would have still birdied, and we would have offloaded one. But, okay, we've got to... Oh, no. I think Zukowski is still 16, right? Let's see, Zukowski 2 over. No, Zukowski's at 15. And then Jaeger is 1 over. Hahn is... Hahn started at 15. He's 1 under par, so yeah, okay, we're good. So Ockel gets in there. Could have used that red chip to try and... We should have. I really was tempted to. Okay, Malcolm Wiles at the 5th. Sand in 3. He gets a white 5. That's a bad beat right there. So his approach shot goes into the sand, and the green 5 is he sandy. No, he's going to end up with a difficult par putt. Needs a 1 to 3, and he misses it. So now a moderate bogey, and he makes that. And so the first real problem there for Wiles, and now it's Zukowski, who's been experiencing them the whole round. Double cordial, he gets a birdie here, though. Doesn't get a blue chip, but he does get a birdie. And he'll join the guys at 16 under. Okay, back to 4. And so we already know Zukowski plays 4 without having a good time of it. So here is Honorado. He will take his par and a blue chip. And now Jaeger, 3 back. He's also going to take a par. Okay, back to 3. Laufenberg will be first to go here, as Emmerich bogeyed the second. 1-1-5 on the par 4. He's not a yeoman or a scatter, and he's not a utility, so I'll have a moderate putt for birdie. Laufenberg. He's going to get bold. He's going to use the blue chip. He's going to now needs a 1 to 4. And he makes it. He should have just stayed without using it. But he wanted to get back to where he started, and he does. So, minus 18. He's 1 back at Aberley. Emmerich. He's going to blue chip par it. Okay, so your leaders at the moment. Aberley. in sole possession of the lead. Then you've got LaSalle Jr. in Laufenberg at minus 18. Honorado, Ockel, Emmerich, and Wallace at minus 17. That's 2 behind. And then minus 16 for the Jägermeister, Hahn, Wiles, and Gary Jakowski. Okay, so we've got the first group reaching the end of the front 9. It's kind of a nice milestone to hit. And so while this is not a tough hole, it's tougher than the others. It's got 4 degrees of course difficulty. It does have a friendly green, but so LaSalle Jr. starting to make his way into some, a little bit, you got to be careful, but you also, he'd like to really keep nailing out some more blue chips here, but I don't think he's going to get a chance to do that. 33 golf cam course and a green 5. Daunting? No. Is he scattered? No, he isn't. So he's going to have a clutch putt for birdie. Well, he's going to use the blue chip. He wants a tie for the lead, and he's going to, if he misses it, he loses anyway. That makes him gold. That's 1-5, and it's in the hole. So a nice 32 on the front, 4 under par, and LaSalle Jr. joins Aberle at the top. And now Roca at the extreme other end of the spectrum. 26, golf cam course 2. He'll have an easy putt for par. Needs to avoid the 6s, which he does barely. And he finishes out 38, 2 over par on the front 9. Struggling. Okay. To the 8th. Par 3. And it will be Rance Aberle, the leader. 4 under par on his round. 19 for the tournament. Getting the start here. Okay, 2-2-3. Par 3. Or 2-3-3. No, 2-2-3. Sorry, I read it. 2-2-3. He is not a hero, so he goes to experience. He is not a prospect based on the 3 check. So he will have an easy putt for birdie. Aberle's going to chance it. Needs a 1-4. And he misses it. He should have used that blue chip. Well, that leaves him a gimme putt for par. And it's in there. So trying to hold on to the blue chip, he misses out on a chance to make that. Okay, Jeffrey Hahn. Course card 24, golf cam green. It's not going to be friendly, though, because the decider die says, nuh-uh. Not friendly, not challenging. It'll be an easy par putt. Should be nothing to sweat about. And so it is. Back to 7. You got Wallace and Ockel. Ockel coming off a birdie. With it being a cordial hole, he's going to give the course control with his red chip and see if he can get a golf cam course. The cordial should earn him a birdie chance if all goes well. 24. He's in the bunker. Good. It's not a. Well, bunker with his second shot. Still got a chance to get up and down for birdie here. Is he sandy? No. Well, he just has an easy putt for par. So could have been better, but he'll take his par and stay 2 back. Okay. Rudy Wallace, but he also shed his red chip without taking a bogey, which can be good. 155. He's not a bomber nor a duffer, and he's a semi-hero with a dot, so he will get a blue chip. The crowd is chanting, Rudy, Rudy, Rudy. And we go to the gallery cheers. with a green 5. He's not a hacker. He'll get a moderate putt for birdie. And he's going to try and make it. 1 or 2. Oh, boom. Down it goes. And he gets to within 1. Rudy Wallace. 2 under par on his round. And feeling it right now. 3 out of 4 birdies. As he goes through this relatively easy stretch of holes. And he is playing them like a champ. Okay, so Gary Zakowski got a birdie on 5. Going to try and keep it going here on this par 4 that's also pretty simple. So 1-4-6 on the dice. He is a legend. He'll get a blue chip, and he hits it well. So maybe he's found his game a little bit. The green 6 is not going to be great. So it's going to be a difficult birdie putt. And he's going to try and make it. He's 3 back. He needs a 1. Misses it. So that leaves him a moderate par now. He needs a 1 to 5, and good enough. He'll hang out at -16 for another hole. Now Malcolm Wiles stacking up some blue chips here a bit. And 2-2-6. The dice give. 2-2-6. Yeoman or gilded. Well, he's semi-gilded, so that does not hurt him with a decider die saying no. He is a champion. He'll have an easy putt for birdie. And he's going to slack off a blue chip to make it gimme. And it's in the hole, so he counteracts the bogey on the previous hole. Okay. So, and just for the record, if you didn't use the blue chip, it would have been a 1 to 4, and you see the green die, it was 5. Now, it doesn't mean that it would have rolled the same if I wasn't rolling the black one as well, but as you can see, it's never, those easy birdie putts can be kind of sneaky. Okay, so Honorado on a scoring hole, he is at even par for his round so far. And he's got 2-2-3 for a par 5. Is he legend? No. Is he champion? Semi-champion with a dot, so he gets a second blue chip, and he is going to be fairway with gallery cheering and the green 3. Is he hero or champion? That decider die is still active, so it's going to be an easy birdie putt because he is. And he is 2 back. He's going to chance it. He's going to try and hold on to those blue chips. 1 to 4. Boom! His gamble works, and he gets to -18. Now Boyd Yeager, 3 back. 1-4-4 par 5. Hacker no. Champion, semi-champion with a dot. Yes, easy putt for birdie. He's got to make the same putt as Honorado, just from the other side of the hole. And he also plants it. So a good hole for these two. They both gain a shot on the leaders. And now back to 4 with Emmerich and Laufenberg. Laufenberg birdied the previous hole. 2-3-3 and a par 3. Is he a hero? No. It's going to be Mood. So Mood is not, he's not in a good mood right now. He's just neutral. You know, sunny. He's not sunny, so he's going to have a difficult putt for birdie. And that's a 1. He's going to lag, which typically will give a gimme putt for par, and it still does. Gimme par putt. That means 3 sixes to mix, and he still makes it. So he'll remain one back, and he does not gain a mood because he lagged it. Okay, Emmerich now. 1, 3, 6. Is he hero? No. Is he dynamic? Semi-dynamic with a dot, he'll have an easy putt for birdie. Well, Emmerich is going to take... It's early. He's going to use it. He's going to make it gimme. And it's in, so he will get back to where he started, minus 18, one behind. Blue chips aren't going to be... That's a good place to use the blue chip, I think, trying to all but assure a birdie there after he's kind of let things go a little bit. Okay, so we've got one group entering the back, and I'm going to take just a little bit of a break here to get a little drink. Still in tip-top shape here. So do I want to go with water or do I want to go with soda? And this time, it's going to be the water. Got to try and keep hydrated here, you know. Don't drink enough water, you just you can start getting things like cramps and stuff. That tastes really good. Okay, back nine starts with a hole of decent difficulty. Doesn't have a daunting rating at all, but it is a par 3 and it's got 5 degrees of course difficulty, if you can see it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got water here and here, and also right there is some water. The green slopes to the right on this long par 3, often emptying into the quarry. So the quarry is where the drink is, and so your leader, LaSalle Jr., or one of your leaders, is going to try and conquer this for a par as he enters the back nine. 13, he's in the bunker, so that's doubly bad. So you can see here his bunker, but it has a 2. So that means he not only hit his bunker shot, or he hit a shot in the bunker off the tee, he left it in there with his second shot, and now he's going to try to get out. So green 5, he is semi-sandy, no dot, so that he's going to be even worse. He's going to have a moderate putt for bogey. He's got to avoid a 6 here to stay within 1. He does, but that's his first blemish, and Aberley is going to take control. So you can see here, this back 9 gets prohibitively more difficult than the front. And now Roca, he could use, well, he's going to, you know what, he doesn't have time. He's got to use the blue chip to gain control of this. I always just put the 1 there just to keep it off to the side. 2, 3, 5, par 3. Champion, semi-champion with a dot. He gets an easy putt for birdie. Now he can see if he can hold this out. It needs a 1 to 4, and this would put him right back into at least with a little bit of a cushion here from out of contention, and he buries it. So a good start to the back 9 for Kyson. From Topeka, Kansas. If you're gonna use his last name, you better roll that R, or else he's gonna take a round out of you. So, all right, back to 9. By a round out of you, I don't mean a round of golf. I mean a round of fisticuffs and maybe blood. Okay. Par 4, 9th. It's gonna be your leader Aberley. See if he can avoid the bugaboo bogey sneaking around the corner. 44, sand in 1. Green 3, you should get up and down from this. But he's semi-chunky Uh-oh, that leaves him a difficult par putt. He's got to make this. He needs a 1 to 3, and everybody's going to be part of the lead if he misses. Oh, but he holds it out. A clutch putt there for him. 32, not literally a clutch putt, but clutch in terms of he needed to make that. Hey, Jerry. Well, you're not that late. We're hitting the turn with the first group, so it's quite all right. Here's Han at 9, and he'll get a par. So, yeah, while I'm doing a little bit of maintenance here, 35 for Han. Yeah, the front 9 is the scoring 9 here, and the back 9 is the, for the most part, the sadist 9. They'll take a pound of flesh out of you on the way back into the clubhouse. So you'd like to build up some goodwill, and then and by goodwill I mean maybe the blue chips, and then you really have to work its way back. Of course, Emmerich does not get any blue chips in this round. So, but here's Wallace at the 8th, par 3, and he avoids the course control numbers at 156 here. He's not hacker nor gilded, so it goes to his experience. Now the decider die says he's not an icon, and a 6 is going to ask, is he an icon? And so he isn't, and it's going to lead to a difficult putt for par. Rudy is going to use one of his blue chips to make it a moderate putt for par. Should have just trusted his stroke, but he would have made it if he hadn't have downgraded or upgraded the chance. And here's Ockel. Franz Ockel with a 1-1-2 on the par 3. That might be a good roll. Let's see. Is he gilded? He's not. It's going to be no. It's just a tap in for par. No, if he was gilded, it'd be a tap in for par. He's got a moderate putt for birdie. 33% chance, 1 or a 2 gets him a birdie and pulls him into a 6-way tie for second place. Oh, he drains it. And Franz Ockel, the Dane, there's a log jam at minus 18 right now, and I'm having trouble with keeping enough room for everybody here. So give me a minute. I keep having to do some maintenance work here on the scoreboard. It's kind of a Wrigley style leaderboard here. And so we've got a bunch of guys within 3 shots of the lead. And Hockel is... See, what I think is pretty cool about this is it really leaves... You can tell that a lot of it is the rolls. Mixed. It is mixed in with the traits, and the guys with good traits are going to get better rolls. The rolls work for them more. But really, it's just going to be survival on the way in. So I'm telling you, you've got holes like 18 here, which is, a lot of light here, but, semi-daunting, and 5. I mean, you're just, that's going to be, it's going to be get out the mop. You're going to be cleaning up some nasty stuff. So Wiles coming off a birdie, and they'll be playing 7, par 5. Okay, 3, 5, 6. Scatter or puny? No, he's a semi-bomber. He's not puny, and he's not scatter either. He's a semi-hero, no dot, so that doesn't work for him. But a champion does work for him. He has an easy birdie. Wiles is he's gonna take the chance. 1 to 4 for an easy birdie. He could use the blue chip, but he's gonna hold it. Oh, and center cut right in the middle. he's going to get to within 1. So now we've got 7 there. It is tight right now. So Zukowski with a white 6, he's going to have to take a par and earn a blue chip at it. He's not going to get any chance to... He could attack the green, but that gives you maybe a 1 in 6 chance at something decent. He's not even a master, so... All right. So still we've got Aberley up top, but we've got 7 guys just sniffing around, smelling blood, waiting for something to happen here. And so it'll be Honorado at the 6th. He gets a white 5, and the 45 is going to be trees with his second shot. He's going to need to get up and down out of the woods. And a green 1 is going to help him out a lot. It's going to give him a pin chance because he's not a workman. A workman's a bad rating. He's not that. There are hardly any workmen here on these cards. Sometimes you can earn it, but not this time. Chance at a pin. He needs a 1, and he gets it. Can he get the decide or die now? That would be a birdie, and he'd drain it, and he'd join Aberley. It's in! Gil Honorado with a wonderful putt. Actually, not a wonderful putt. He chips it up from out of the woods, and it just rolls and rolls, and it drops. And so he joins Aberley at minus 19. That green die when you are in the crapper. If it's low, you got a chance. And it's going to be a par for Jaeger. He'll pick up a blue chip in the process. So, okay. Again, we're just seeing a lot of guys. You see a few guys ascending, and you see a lot of them just hanging around here when the holes are easy. We'll see if they can keep that up when they get a little more difficult. Now at this par 5, this is one of Emmerich's, wheelhouses. He's got length, and he's just able to do more on this than others. So 116 on the par 5. He's not a duffer. It's not a firm green, so it's going to be a moderate putt for birdie. That could have been better. Could have been a better one for him. There's some eagle chances there if you do it right, but instead he's got to make a 1 or 2 for a birdie and to join the lead, and he is all over it. Emmerich back-to-back birdies, and now a 3-way tie for the lead. Can't earn blue chips, remember, but so far he hasn't. Only 1 bogey. So Laufenberg. And we're going to re-roll green here because it's kind of leaning on it. Let's just put these guys right here. Well, it's still with a 4. That's what it ended up at. 144, par 5. Laufenberg's not a hacker. He is a champion. He'll have an easy birdie putt now. Can he get a 1 through 4 here? He wastes the chance. Now a gimme par. I should have rolled 3, but I don't. That's a par for Laufenberg. Still 1 back. There has been some really good stuff so far with this flat stick. They've got the old Billy Baru out and just really draining stuff left and right. Okay, so let's just give another little. Let's see. I think I have room to do 5 and steer clear of the cards. So the 3-way tie is Aberley, Honorado, and Emmerich. You then have Laufenberg, Wallace, Ockel, LaSalle Jr., Wiles. LaSalle Jr. had been in the lead, but took a bogey on 10, but he could get a chance here. The 11th, The 11th and the 13th are the two holes that you might be able to make a little headway on. On your inward 9, this is a 360-yard par 4. Let's see if Kaisen Roca can keep moving in the right direction here. Ooh, look at that 115. See if that pans out for him. Yeoman or scatter? Nope. He's also not utility. He'll have a moderate putt for birdie. Needs a 1 or a 2. No way. So that leaves an easy par, and that's fine. So he'll stay at minus 14. I'm not going to say what we haven't seen as far as putting goes. And I'd almost rather not see it because it's pretty tough. So that's a 3, and so a 3.56 for LaSalle Jr. Neither scatter nor puny. Not a champion either, so he's going to be golf cam green. It's a friendly green. So because it's friendly, he gets a clutch putt for birdie. Now, he doesn't have any blue chips to help him here, so he could earn a red if he misses this 1 to 3 clutch putt. The crowd goes silent, and oh, he misses it. He earns a red chip. Gets a little bit of a bad feeling, but now an easy par. And he remains at minus 18. Had a chance. Just couldn't quite pull it together. Okay, Aberley at the 10th now, starting his back 9. Let's see if he fares better than LaSalle Jr. did. Par 3, and it is not super hard, but it's fitting for the back 9. 56, golf cam course. Green 3, cordial no, daunting no. It'll be a clutch putt for par. Aberley is going to take his chances. He could get 2 blue chips if he makes this 1 to 3. Now he's going to lose the blue chip. That was a let's see, that was a clutch putt for par, right? Yes. So that's going to be a bogey, and he's going to drop out of the lead. So easy bogey. It's a 2, not a 6. So bogey for Aberley, and he does mess up on this one as well. All right, we're back to 6 at minus 18. These guys are kind of just swapping around places somewhat. And now Hahn, he's going to use a blue chip to... Aberley should have used the blue chip to take control. But that's okay. He was hoping to be able to save it for later. Decider die says no. 1, 2, 5. Hacker, no. So it goes to experience. It's going to ask if he's prospecting. He's not. This is going to be an easy birdie putt for him. Excuse me, no, moderate. Moderate birdie putt. Needs a 1 or a 2, and Hahn's not going to use that blue chip for this. And he misses it, so now an easy par. And that's fine. Okay. Well, Honorado and Emmerich are going to duel it out here for a bit in the lead. And it's going to be Ockel at the 9th. It's going to be 13 in the sand with his second shot. You have to get up and down from the green side bunker. For the green 3, he is not chunky, so he has a gimme par putt. So should be no problem there. He gets a couple 5s, but no 6s. So par, 34, 2 under par. Front 9 for Hockel, and he's still just 1 back. Okay, Rudy Wallace. 66, rough off the tee. Green 4, not a workman. Moderate second putt for par. 1 to 5. Oh, and so now a bogey. So he 3-putts. Easy bogey. And that was a good front nine that's gone a little astray here with a bogey to start and a bogey to end. 35, and Wallace is going to drop to 2 back. Okay. Moving right along. Be Wiles at the par 3 8th. Wiles and Jakowski. Jakowski's 3 back. Wiles is 1 behind. And it's going to be 45. That's Golf Cam course. On this hole, it should lead to a par chance at the very worst. Par 3 green 6. It's not daunting, and he is not a hacker, so he has a clutch birdie putt. Semi-rust. He's going to boost his chances. He'll lose, if he misses the putt, he loses the chip anyway. So a 1 to 4. Boom! Wiles 3 birdies in a row, and he joins the leaders. And if just to update you on what Wiles is a card that was in the previous Pro National Golf Tour, but then they didn't create it again. So I went ahead and, because he made the tour, he made the final rankings. I made a card for him, which is quite similar. All I did was change the tournament rating, and I think it went down just a little bit, maybe. The way I did it was based on the place where they finished in the money list. I had a range of tournament ratings they could get based on a random number generator, and so that's kind of where it went to. So some guys got a little better, some guys got a little worse. And now it's going to be Jakowski. Okay, 1-2-5. Get used to thinking course control meaning a bad thing, but in that case, course control helped Wiles. He got some good breaks on that. 1-2-5. Jakowski's not a hacker, so it will be a check of his experience. He's not a prospect, so he's going to get out well with this, with a 1. He'll have a gimme birdie putt. So Jakowski could get to within 2 as long as he doesn't hit the 6-6 miss, and he is good to go. Birdie for him. Okay. The real turning point for this is when the leader hits the turn. Then we do the emerging contenders, and it's kind of all falls downhill from there. Okay, so Honorado tied for the lead with Emmerich and Wiles. He tees off here at the 7th. But he gets a 12. He gets a white 5, which is pretty much a disaster on this hole. You get that, and you're probably going to leave yourself with it at best a par. Second shot, Woods. And let's see. Green 1 might help, though. Workman, no. So he gets strong applause. Re-roll the white die, and we'll find out what comes of this. 3. So he'll have a difficult birdie putt. Honorado needs a 1. If he misses the difficult birdie, he ends up with a moderate par, which is 1 to 5. He's going to give it a shot. He needs a 1 here. Not very likely, but he would get sole possession of the lead if he makes it. He's feeling it right now. Can he do it? Oh! Buries it. Honorado, 3 birdies in a row, and he moves to minus 20. Wow. Took a chance, and it paid off dividends. Now Jaeger. Honorado strolling off the green with a big smile on his face. His playing partner not so happy. But he does, let's see what happens here. 4, 5, 6. Golf cam green. It's a friendly green. He should have a chance at a birdie too here. Yeah, clutch putt though. Jaeger, he's going to have to use the blue chip. Take the odds in his favor. 1 to 5. And he makes it. So Jaeger joins the others at minus 18 there. And, okay, we've got an interesting round here. And it's going to kind of all fall apart probably coming down the stretch. Things are going to get a little dicey. So Emmerich now. Good golfer. Can he continue his back-to-back birdies for another hole? 1-6-6. He's not a yeoman and he's not stormy, so it's going to be experience. Well, he's an icon, so it's not going to be a particularly easy birdie putt here. It's going to be a moderate because is he an icon? He is, but because it's a green 6, it's just not the greatest of. The lower the number, the better the chance. So he's going to have a moderate birdie putt. He needs a 1 or a 2. And how about that? He sinks it. And he matches Honorado birdie for birdie. Minus 20. And now Laufenberg is going to try and keep pace here. And he's going to go 26 golf cam course. It's cordial. Should get a birdie putt here. Yep, clutch putt. Semi-gold, 1 to 4, 66% chance. And he buries it too. So he joins Wiles at minus 19. So I'm going to try and condense this a little bit while we're kind of at a turn of things. You know what I mean? A rotation change here, so we can bring this stuff down a little bit. Okay, Honorado and Emmerich. We could see a lot of this in this season. Those two guys both have good ratings. I think Honorado's a 1C this year. Emmerich's a 1A. And they're going to duel this out. And Wiles and Laufenberg may still have something to say about it, though. So let's take a look and see. Let's see how this finishes out. We're at the hour, almost to the 2-hour mark. I'm going to try and play this in one sitting because of the wonderful thing I does. No, that doesn't make sense. No, because I have the time, and unless I get some hearkening from another part of the domicile, then maybe I might have to shut it off and finish it off later. But okay, the 12th here. Lagarte Viejo Mundo is your golf course, and we do have, this is probably just a middling hole as far as difficulty goes. It's 4 degrees of difficulty, and 451 yard par 4. Not easy, not super hard, and it'll be Kaisen Roca 6 back. Well, if there's another birdie at the top, he's going to go to out of contention. I think he's going to try to attack this green. You know what? No, he's not. He's going to take the par. He's going to take a chance that Honorado and Emmerich both par, and so LaSalle Jr. with a red chip. And it's going to be 56. Woods in 1. LaSalle Jr. was in the lead and took a bogey at 10, and things just kind of haven't come back together for him again. So trees in 1. He's not a workman, so he's going to have a wow chance. That'll cancel out the red chip. He's in the blue chip for wow, and now we re-roll white and see what comes of it. And it's a 3. So that'll be an easy putt for birdie for him. 1 to 4, and everything has gone the opposite way for him. That's going to be a gimme for par. So blows an opportunity to get one back there, and on one of the last chances to the last good chances at a birdie. He has one more on the next hole, but would have been good to go birdie and then see if he could hang around and post a score. All right, so Hahn, who is stormy but has turned his round around here a bit and steadied the ship. Par 4, 156. Legend or bomber, he's semi both, and he has the dot, so it's going to be another blue chip for him. And he's going to get the gallery cheering, and it's going to be a 1. Is he a champion? He is. He's going to have a gimme birdie putt. Lucky him. So he's way back, but 4 back. Probably will be 3 back now, and it is. So a good birdie for him. As he's starting out just a hole in. 2 holes into the back 9. And now Aberley. 1-2-6. Aberley now 2 behind. How about that? He bogeys, and Honorado and Emmerich have been birdieing. So, what do we say? 1-2-6. Direct? No. Stone? No. Mood? Doesn't have a mood right now. So he's not sunny. It's always been coming up that the sunny check. If it's a stormy check, it helps you out. Unless you're stormy. But if it's sunny, then it's going to make it tougher. It's going to be a difficult putt for birdie. And at this point, he wants to lag and keep from being stormy down the road, just in case he gets another mood check. So he is going to get a par out of this unless it's 6-6. Actually, because it was difficult, it's actually 6-6-6 you need, which is a really bad roll if you are into that. Okay. Whew. All right, so down to Wallace and Hockle and it'll be Hockle first here at the 10th. Again, this pretty diabolical par 3, and Hockle gets a par on it. More than happy to take that. And now Rudy. He's lost a little bit of his swagger since that bogey on 9. The crowd was really chanting his name, but it's now 20. So 23 is going to be in the rough. He's not feeling it so much anymore. Rough in 1. 3, he's not a workman, so he'll end up with a gimme par putt. And should be able to navigate that. And 1-6, but that's it. So Wallace. Okay, so turning the corner here is going to be Jakowski and Wiles. And Wiles on a three bagger here. Let's see if he can pick up one more. But he's going to have to do it from the sand in the green side bunker. 3, is he chunky? No, so he'll end up with a gimme par putt. Let's roll the green one. If it's not 6, then it's not, so that's going to be a par. He's at 34 on the front, 1 back. Minus 19 for the tournament. At the turn, and here is Jakowski. Jakowski, he's going to use a blue chip. He's going to get a little bit aggressive here. Thinks this is a chance maybe to pull within 2. 1, 3, 5. Par 4. He's not a duffer nor puny, and he's not utility, so it's right now. And right now he is going to be considered hot by the decide or die. So he's not cold. It's a moderate birdie putt. He needs a 1 or a 2. Not going to use the blue chip for this. And he misses, and it's probably a good thing he didn't use the chip. So now an easy par putt. And even par. He started at minus 17, and that's where he is at currently. Okay, the leader, tied for the lead, Honorado on 3 birdies of his own, comes to the eighth, par 3. Oh, I didn't roll the white die, so let's go ahead and push these off to the side. And it's a 6, so he will take the par, yes, and earn the blue chip in the process and stay at minus 20. That makes Roca happy for the short term. And yeah, same thing for Jaeger. Well, he could attack the green or attack the pin. That would give him a moderate birdie putt. He's going to take the blue chip in the par. Who are we kidding? Okay, so brings up Emmerich on 3 birdies in a row. Can he turn 7 into a 4th? And a 2-4-4. Let's see how that spins him up here. King, yes, that's going to be a... So he can't earn a blue chip, but he does get the gallery cheers on the par 5. Green 4, utility, no. So he has to choose whether he's going to go for it or not. And Dustin Emmerich is absolutely going to go for it. So I'm going to re-roll the white die. It is a 2. It's going to be a difficult putt for Eagle, and he can't earn a blue chip, so he gets a difficult putt for Eagle. So that is a 1. He's going to lag that to get the birdie putt. Would be a gimme if he doesn't get anything weird, and he doesn't. So that is a gimme birdie putt now. 6 and a 3. And so a birdie, he holds it out 4 in a row for Emmerich. He takes sole possession of lead. Looking to win back-to-back tournaments for the second time in our tour existence, if you recall. He won the British Open, and well, Championship of the UK, and then I forget which tournament came before that, or after that, but he won that as well. So, okay, 2-5-6 for Laufenberg, trying to keep pace, having trouble doing that. Legend, no. Direct green, no. It's going to be a check of the short game and a 5. Soft, no. You'll have a moderate par putt, 1-5. So there you go. Okay, so Emmerich. And that's going to end Roca. We're going to put him into out of contention. That also allows me to kind of pack up a couple of these numbers that are clearly not going to be used, and I can reorganize. Well, I don't know if they're clearly not going to be used, but it appears that way, at least not for a little while. That way I can tack some onto the front, and we'll see if, I mean, Emmerich could get there even on some tough holes, I think. But all right, let's put a couple more right up here. Okay. Emmerich, your leader. Honorado, 1 back. Wiles, Laufenberg, 2 behind. And then you got 4 at 18, minus 18, and minus 17 has 3. Okay, 13th. So I would say that we're now through the real easy chunk of the holes, because Emmerich is 8, going to 8. So 3 through 7 are pretty much the scoring holes. Now this one here is another good one, but it's kind of just like an oasis in the desert. So it's going to be Roca first here. It's a 532, so it's a shorter par 5. It does have some trees. It does have a little bit of water, not too much. And Roca, It's double cordial. 1 is going to be a birdie for him. In theory, we could move him back into into contention with that, but let's not. So here's LaSalle finding himself 3 back after he was near the lead, and he gets a 5 on the white die. Golf Cam course, so he shouldn't pay too drastically for this. 5, it'll be a clutch putt for birdie. He's got to make a 1 to 3 here. He really needs this to stay in touch with leaders. Boom! LaSalle Jr. with a birdie. Gets to minus 19, and he's not out of this yet. Roca. You know what? We're going to... So that puts him at minus 15. We're going to put him back into contention. Just in that Jerry seems to like him. So if he does go out of contention again, I will definitely do the quick rolls. But since he got a birdie there, and that is a birdie hole. All right, back to 12. It'll be Hahn. And he's going to earn a blue chip for a par. So he's got some chips to spend going to the tough holes. Aberle, also 3 back. How the wind's changed on okay, 15 is going to be Golf Cam course on a green 6. Not daunting. He'll have a clutch birdie putt. Oh, and LaSalle Jr. made a clutch putt, so he should get a blue chip for that, right? Clutch putt for Aberle needs a 1 to 3, and he misses. He'll get a bad one. He needs an easy par putt now. And he makes it, but he ends up with a red chip. Okay. Franz Hockel, 3 back. Man, it's kind of tough. These guys were close to the lead not that long ago. Now it's like they're 3 behind. Okay. 3-3-5. This is a bit of another oasis. You hit these little oases in between the tough holes. But then once you hit 14, it's pretty much drastic from there on out. 3-3-5. King, no. Hero, no. Experience, going to check if he's a prospect. He'll have an easy birdie putt, I believe. Easy birdie putt. He's going to save the blue chip. Needs a 1 to 4. And he holds it out in the cup. And he's got 3 birdies and 5 holes. And he's trying to hang on. Trying to stick with it. And now Rudy Wallace, who is not really able to stick with it at the moment. But he gets a 1-2-6 on the par 4. Let's see how that shakes out for him. Not direct. He is not stoned, so it'll be mood. And he is currently not stormy. He's going to have a gimme birdie putt. This is one where the gimme comes out on a 1. So a gimme birdie putt. So he should make this, and he does. So, well, we haven't had any misses on the 6-6 yet. Knock on wood. So he's still 3 behind. Looking for a top 10 finish here, mostly. And so it'll be Wiles coming off his first par in a while. Hitting the tough 10th. Hey, Mark. We're just about hitting the leaders. Well, Emmerich to the back 9. He'll be in a couple holes here. 24, Golf Cam green, friendly green. That should work out. It's a good break for Wiles. 2 on the par 3. Is it friendly? Yes, clutch putt for birdie. But he doesn't have a blue chip, and he's semi-rust. He needs a 1 or a 2 here. And he misses it. He'll earn a red chip, and he'll end up with an easy par putt. And now Gary Jakowski, 26. That's Golf Cam course. 5 cordial, no. Daunting, no. Easy par putt. no problem for him. And so now one back, Honorado, is going to reach the 9th, make the turn soon. He's going to burn a blue chip to take control of this hole. Par 4, 226. Yeoman or gilded, neither. Champion. Semi-champion, no dots, so no dice for him there. It is a friendly green, though. It's Golf Cam green. 6. Friendly green, yes. So clutch putt for birdie. Currently rust, but since he spent a blue chip, he can't get a red. Only a 1 will make. This would be an outstanding birdie if he can hole this out. And he just misses. So now an easy par, and he makes that. So a 33, 3 under par on the front, and he's right in the thick of it here. Boyd Yeager, not quite so much. He's not going to use the chip. He's going to see if he can squirm his way through it. And guess what? He gets a white 1 to benefit. So 1, 2, 6. It's not direct, and he's not stoned, so it's going to be mood for him. Oh, and was it Hockle? No, it was Rudy Wallace, I think, had the sunny birdie. So Yeager, 1, 2, 6. So it's going to be Golf Cam. Wait, I got to do this again. Par 4, 1, 2, 6. It's going to be mood for him. And he gets a lucky break, too, for Yeager. It's not stormy, so he will have the gimme birdie putt. Oh! And he misses the gimme birdie putt. So that leaves him with a gimme par. And Yeager, it's been that kind of day for him. So, Yeager. Emmerich is doing very well. He had a bogey on 2, but he's birdied 4 in a row now, and he's going to another accessible hole. And here we go. So 145 for Emmerich on the par 3. Just keeps it on his card. So 145. Hacker, he's definitely not a hacker. It's mood. He doesn't have a mood setting. Oh yeah, and Yeager turned stormy. I forgot about that because he missed a putt on the mood that was he should have easily made. All right, so it's the mood chart, right? Par 3, 145. Hacker goes to mood, and unfortunately, it's going to check if he's sunny, and right now he is not. So it's going to be a double difficult putt for birdie, and in order to keep his mood level, he's going to take a lag here, and so I use my lag roll. Oh, and he almost made it. Almost made it. If he had gotten the 1 on this, it would have been holed out, but that would have been an amazing birdie to keep it going, but that will leave him still with an easy par putt, and he makes that. So it ends his birdie streak, but he's still 1 ahead of Honorado. Now Laufenberg. 1, 2, 4. It's not a firm green, so we're going to go with the old Golf Cam green with a 2. Semi-friendly with a dot, so it's going to be a clutch birdie for Laufenberg. He needs a 1 to 4. And he botches it, so now an easy par, which he makes. So what are we at here? We're at 215. It's funny, Yeager had that happen, and I had just mentioned a little while ago that we hadn't seen any of the high rolls, but now we have. And because I feel like we're behind schedule on them, we'll probably see another couple. So, all right, need a drink. I also skipped lunch and my stomach is growling, so that may hasten my play. So Emmerich in first, Honorado one back, and then tied for third you have Wiles, Laufenberg, LaSalle Jr., and Ockel. We come to the beginning of the downward stretch, which is a lot tougher. Oh, Mark is looking forward to defending the title at the PlayCon with History Maker Golf. So, hey, it'd be nice if watching my videos had helped you in some capacity to with strategy and stuff. I don't know if that's the case or not. I will say rolls also help. But you might see some yeses and some nos that make you decide to try something and not to try something. So, and if it did, it can be our little secret, and you don't have to tell anybody else. Don't give your secrets away. Anyway, so tough hole here. This is brutal. Par 4, 452 yards. Toughest hole on the course. Hitting into the wind makes accuracy difficult and distance even tougher. That's what the narrative says. It's a daunting hole. It is semi-challenging green. There is water on 33 and 55. And the only thing it doesn't really have is the little exclamation mark. So from that, let's go to Roca, who is going to take a white 6 par, which is a hell of a par. That's a great one to have. And now LaSalle Jr. would love the same thing right now. He's 2 back. But he doesn't, and it's going to be 33. Oh, 33 is water. Oh, he puts it into the drink off the tee. And green 4, let's see if he can recover. Is he sunny? Nope. Moderate bogey putt. 1 to 5 for bogey, and he makes it. But LaSalle Jr. will hand back that shot that he gained on the previous hole. And it started. Well, if they didn't hurt, that's better than them. It's better than them hurting. Yeah, that's for sure. Whether they helped or not, I have no clue. But hey, good luck with the tournament. I'm not going to be making it to the con this year. I kind of put it on my stretch goals for the year, and I've had too many other junkets to various things. So here's Han with 3 blue chips. Would love to get another one here, but even if he did get the white 6, it would be a birdie and not a blue par. So 4, 5, 6 on the par 5, his control. The last giving hole on the course, and he's 4 back. It's really not looking good for him. 4, 5, 6. Golf cam green, friendly green. Should be a birdie. Or at least a birdie chance. Yes, clutch putt. Well, for him to make it, for him to win this or have a chance, he really needs to add a blue chip here. He needs this 1 to 3. And he makes it. So Han with a birdie, even though he's stormy, he gets to within 3, another birdie for him, as now him and Aberle are going to be hitting the tough part. Aberle is not going to bother with that red chip at the moment. That's another 4, 5, 6. That will be the golf cam green. And then a 5. It's going to be a clutch for him. He could cancel it out with a 1 to 3 here. But it's a 4. He's going to get a second red chip. And that's not going to be very helpful. Easy par. So Aberle and LaSalle Jr. have both they were looking good, and then they just started falling apart for them. Ockel 2 back. And it's a 1-2-5 on this par 4. Is he a bomber? No, he isn't, and he's not a hacker either, so it's going to be golf cam green. It's neutral. Par 4-1, challenging, no, scatter, no, so guess what? He gets a chance at a birdie. Semi-gold, he's going to try and make this 1-4. Boom. Hockle. Drains it, and he's within 1, so he'll get a blue chip for the clutch putt made, and yeah, back 9. So far, 2 out of 3 birdies for him. Minus 20. And so now it's going to be, he's going to need a clutch putt for par if he wants that, where he could attack the green. Rudy's going to attack the green. He doesn't want to mess around with a clutch putt to get that blue chip. So he needs to re-roll the green die. It's a 5. It's going to be a moderate putt for par, so it doesn't work out so well. It needs a 1-5, and he gets it. So his clutch rating isn't bad, but okay, back to 11, and it's going to be Wiles and Jakowski. He's like, Luddy, we got to get some birdies here. I did a horrible job of that. Well, he's going to cancel out the red chip, take his par. I got the laddie part right, and then the rest of it just kind of went to poop. Okay, Jakowski. Okay, so a 5-6-6. That's, don't get many of those. That's kind of a rare roll. 5-6-6. Legend, yes, he'll get a blue chip. And the green 6. Hacker, no, he's going to have strong applause. Reroll white. 2, moderate putt for birdie. He's going to hold on to his chips. Try to make this 1-2 putt. 33% chance he makes it. He hits it, and he misses it. So that was a moderate. That means leaves an easy par, which he scores. Okay, to 10. We're almost to the emerging contender point, so we're 2.5 hours in, and we're just about there. So, yeah, so now Jaeger and Honorado. Honorado 1 back. Tough par 3. He's going to use a blue chip, take control of this. It's not daunting or semi-daunting, so he can do that with only 1 chip. Doesn't want to start this back 9 on the wrong foot. 3, 4, 5. Par 3. Miscalculated swing sends it. It's a difficult putt for par. Needs a 1-3. And he misses it, so he does start on a bad note. This is a moderate putt for bogey. He almost misses that, but he does make. That's going to drop him back to minus 19. So a bad way to start, even that, and using a blue chip to boot. Jaeger. 46 misses the water, but in the woods with his tee shot, and a green 5 isn't going to help him much either. Master. He's not a master. He has a difficult putt for par, just like his playing partner. Needs a 1-3. No chance. Moderate bogey. Makes that. These guys both bogey, and Jaeger. I mean, I think most of these guys are going to start doing it once they hit the turn. To 9, and Emmerich. Guy that seems mostly untouchable so far. Making the turn. It's going to be 45. That's rough. Off the tee. Par 4 and a 3. Workman, no. Moderate putt for par. Just needs to avoid a 6. Oh boy. And he misses it. So spoke too soon. So that leaves an easy bogey putt. And he almost misses that, but he does bogey. So 2 bogeys on the front 9 to go with 4 birdies, 34. And Hockel is tied for lead. How about that? Now Laufenberg uh, 15 is Golf Cam course. Green 2. It's going to be an easy putt for par. So avoid the high roll, and he does. So that's going to put him at 35. 1 back at minus 19. Okay, so here we are at the emerging contender. Your leader is Hockel and Emmerich. So the leader that was closest to the top was Emmerich. He started at 18, so he's 2 under par. I have to get the chart out. That's the way I do it. The guy that's closest to the lead, so 2 under par. We roll once on the emerging contender chart, which is right here. And it needs to be in the teens for there to be an emerging contender. And there isn't, so that ends that. And we carry on. You keep calm and carry on. Okay. This isn't too bad, but still, 4 degrees of course control. That means a lot. You get your fair share of bogeys off of that. You're not going to get many birdies, and you're going to get some bogeys. So we've got LaSalle Jr. and Roca there. Roca will be first to play. He is, well, guess what? He is right in the midst of, and maybe I need to add a couple of these. Let's take a moment here. I don't think we might get to 22, but let's try and bring some back that's a little bit down, because I think now is when stuff is going to start to go down the poop chute. Okay, so 155-yard par 3. It's not the worst. It sits on a natural sand dune ridge, Caribbean breeze, beautiful views of the water. Not an easy hole, especially for a par 3. And from Cancun, here is Roca. And it's going to be 14. He is in the trees with his first shot, and then a 6. Is he a master? Well, yes, he is, because of the decide or die. It'll be an easy par putt. He gets away with a bad tee shot, and he makes it. So Roca still there at minus 15, 5 back. And now LaSalle Jr. He gets a 1, so 1, 2, 4, 6, par 3. Champion or dynamic? Well, he's neither of them. It's going to be mood. He doesn't have a mood. He's going to check if he's sunny, and he's not. He's going to have a difficult putt for birdie, I believe. Yep, difficult putt for birdie. Well, he's going to lag it. And so that leaves him a gimme par putt. And so be it. Stays 2 behind. Okay. So now the 14th. The Hahn coming off a birdie. Tough hole. Well, he's going to use 2 blue chips here. He's going to take control of this guy. He's 2 back. He's like, I'm gonna try and overrule this jerk of a hole and see if I can spin myself a birdie somehow on this thing. 1, 2, 6. Is it direct? No. Stone. Oh, he's semi-stone with a dot. He's going to have a difficult putt for par. He gets waylaid by his card. And an unlucky roll. Needs a 1 to 3. Hell, he makes that. So he at least avoids the bogey on using 2 blue chips. But, okay, so Aberley would love a 6 here. White 6 would be his friend. Doesn't get it. 24. Sand in 2. And a green 6 to add insult to injury. Is he sandy? No, he isn't. He's going to have a double difficult putt for par. Where is he? He is at minus 18. He's got to make it. He needs a 1. If he makes it, he actually gets the blue chip. And he gets another 6. So and that leaves him a difficult bogey putt. Needs a 1 to 3. And he gets that. So a bogey for Aberley. Tell you what, when you do that, you end up with big scores when you try to play it the normal way, the normal progression. And somehow he gets away with it, and he'll live to play another day. Okay, so to the 13th. Hockle he's tied for the lead. Catches a break from the gaff by Emmerich. A 1-3-4 on this double cordial par 5. Duffer, he is not. Champion, he is not. Utility, he's not. He has a moderate putt for birdie. Needs a 1 or a 2. He would gain sole possession of the lead. He taps the putt. Oh, he buries it. 3 in a row for Hockle. And just when you thought it was Dustin Emmerich's tournament, Hockle is saying, not so fast. A couple blue chips to throw off down the way, and he is making the putts. A birdie to take sole possession of the lead. Rudy Wallace with his mouth open and gets a 4.66. Shaper, he's not. And is he hot? Rudy is, well, he's semi-hot, but he's got the decider die saying no. So it's going to be a mood check. Well, he's sunny. Guess what? He's going to catch a break here because that 6 is going to say, is he sunny? And he is. So he gets a moderate putt for birdie. And he'll probably miss it. That would reset him to neutral. But he's going to try and make it. He needs a 1 or a 2 here. And it's a 4, so he's going to be neutral now. That leaves him an easy par putt. I mean, you can't really lag a moderate putt. So if you do, you're not playing very aggressively, that's for sure. Okay. So Hockle takes the lead. So many ups and downs in this game. And so it'll be Wiles at the 12th. 2 back now. And it'll be 25, golf cam course, green 5. Does he get a... He might catch a break here. Let's see. Is he daunting? No. Or the hole isn't daunting, and he's not scatter, so he gets a clutch putt here for birdie. Now he's semi-rust. Can he make a 1 to 2? His knees are knocking a little bit, and he misses it, so he'll get a red chip. And he'll have to make the easy par putt coming back. And he misses that. Ouch. So now he gets a gimme bogey. And he 3-putts this green. And that may end Wiles' chances here. Unless we see some big scores on the way in. Wow. That was a disaster. Here's Zukowski. White 2 means it's going to be 26. It's golf cam course again. 3 cordial, no. Daunting, no. Clutch putt for par. So he needs a 1 to 3 to make a par. And he does. So a par, he'll earn another blue chip. Now he's got 3. So he's sitting decent. But he's 4 back. So that's where a guy like Laufenberg would rather be. Rather than having a red chip, he'd like to have about 3 blue chips right about now. Or soon. Okay, Honorado going to 11. Costly bogey at 10. Now he finds himself 2 back. But this is a birdie hole. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? We'll say Keith. Keith. 2, 4, 6. The par 4, 2, 4, 6. Duffer, no. Champion, semi-champion with a dot. He will have an easy birdie putt. Easy birdie putt. Whoa. My gut saved my dice here. I almost fell down. He needs a 1 to 4. Trying not to use that blue chip. 1 to 4 for birdie. And to get back to within 1. Oh, and he runs it way past. But he should still have an easy putt back, and he does. Well, it's a gimme putt, but he still makes it. So, Honorado can't get the putts to fall. Jaeger also bogeyed. And he'll get a 1-1-3 on this par 4. Not scatter, not a hacker. He'll have a moderate birdie putt. Jaeger to get within 3. 1 to 2. He also rolls a 6. So now it'll be an easy par. So, okay. It'll be Laufenberg and Emmerich. Laufenberg 2 behind, but he has the tee because of Dustin's bogey on 9, and these guys both are going to be trying to avoid a bogey. Guess what? Laufenberg catches a break. That's going to cancel out the red chip, and he'll get a par. And now Emmerich, all he can get are red chips. He can't get any blue chips. And a 5. That's a 13. Sandin 2 with a 4. Sandin 2, and this is a par 3. So a Sandin 2 means his second shot also ended up in the bunker. This is not going to be good. So he's not sandy, so he will end up with a moderate bogey putt. He's got to avoid a 6 here. And he does, but that's a bogey, and two in a row. Hockel finds himself 2 ahead of Laufenberg, Honorado, and Emmerich. Hockel could put up a score. And, there's still a lot of golf left to play. To 16. I'm starting to feel bio coming, so I gotta keep this moving along. 485, long par 4. All sorts of degrees of difficulty for the course. Water, sharp dogleg right. And I guess maybe it shortens it a little bit that you could probably cut the corner. But you got to watch the water, and it's going to be Roca starting. And he's 6 back, so he's still in contention. Nobody's really just dropped off. 16 golf cam course, green 1. It's not daunting, so that's helpful. Cordial, no. Laser, he's not laser, so he'll have a clutch putt for par. Needs a 1 to 4, and he's got it. So he'll get a second blue chip. And now LaSalle Jr. 3 behind. He was in the lead at one point. And it's going to be 35, which is golf cam course as well, a 4, and it's going to be an easy putt for par. And no problems there for LaSalle Jr. Stays 3 back. See, the other thing is, so if LaSalle Jr. could post minus 18. I think there's a chance he could be there. That could be a. I mean, the target score, I believe, is would be 22 under. So we're behind that some. Han next still has a blue chip to use, and heck, he's going to use it here. He's like, didn't work so well last time. Let's try it again. 266. If he gets 2 in a row where it tanks him, then that's not good. Champion, he's going to have an easy putt for birdie. He doesn't have a chip to make it gimme, so he's got to hope for a 1-4 here, and it's a 5. Oh goodness! And now the gimme par. Han, just not his day. He's 3 back. Really just needed to kind of go for broke there. Of course, he could. Again, he's another guy who could post that 18 under and hope for the things to kind of sew back the other way. So now Adderley, 24, golf cam green. It's not daunting, that's for sure. It's not friendly. Is he laser, semi-laser, no dot? That would have got him a birdie chance. Instead, it's a clutch putt for par, and he's gonna make it. Well, no, you know what? He has to hope. He needs a 1. He's 1 to 3. He needs to hope that he can make one of these clutch putts, and he does. So that's a par. He'll lose a red chip for that because he earns a blue chip. So okay, to 14, and it's going to be Hockle and Wallace. Hockle still with 2 blue chips, and he's gonna play with fire. He's got a 2-shot lead. 14 in the woods and 1 with a green 2. He should escape. Quote on knock on wood, should escape this 2. So woods and 1 with a green 2. Is he a master? No, he's not. He'll have an easy putt for par. So as long as he avoids the 6-6 miss, the green die gives him and he does, gives him an out there, a good lie off the tee, and he's able to spin it into a par. That's what he really wanted, the white 6, and Rudy Wallace gets it. He'll get a par and a blue chip. Let's see, it's going to be Jakowski, actually. Okay, so to 13, it'll be Jakowski, a chance to maybe cash in here and get back to within 3. And he's got blue chips to use down the road. 1-2-5 on the par 5. Bomber or direct? He's not a bomber, but this is a direct green. He's going to have a moderate putt for eagle. So the question is, what do you want to do? Do you want to take the eagle putt? Give it a shot. He'd get to minus 19 if he makes it. 1 or 2 he needs. He could use blue chips and make it gimme, and then he really just, that basically buys 2 strokes. That's probably the best use of a blue chip. If you can take 2 blue chips and give yourself an almost guaranteed chance at a birdie or at an eagle. And let's see, can he avoid the 6s? Oh, he almost gets it, but he does. That's an eagle for Jakowski, and he moves to minus 19. That saps his blue chips down to 1, but he takes an eagle, and he's right back in it. Now, Wiles is 3 back, and he's going to take the unusual step of putting the 5 out there and see if he can get a golf cam course out of it. 55 is Woods, but Woods off the tee, but he's going to get a 1, which could really benefit him here. It's good lie. He's not a workman, so he's going to have strong applause. He could get a chance at a birdie here. You re-roll the white die. That's still a 5. It's a double difficult putt for birdie. He's going to lag it, and he's going to end up with an easy par, which he makes. So Zukowski with a charge in it, and plays a beautiful shot in there and gives him an automatic eagle almost. Okay. We are, let me see something. I got to find out what this notification was. Okay, to 12. Man, my gut's rumbling, and I'm kind of starting to need a break, and I'm just going to power through this, okay? So Honorado, 2 back. Going to get a par. And now Jaeger, he's 4 back. 55 is Woods and 1, a green 3 is going to be Workman. No, he'll have an easy putt for par. So he should, and he does navigate it. Okay, back to 11, and it's going to be Emmerich and Laufenberg. They're now tied. Laufenberg first. He's going to take his par. Emmerich on back-to-back bogeys now. He needs to muster something better here coming up. Okay, oh, and he gets a white 5 and a 14. That's Golf Cam course, so that's going to help him out. Cordial hole. This will be good. It's got to be a birdie for him. He's also laser. Yeah, clutch putt for birdie. 1 to 4. Can't earn a blue chip. Could earn a red chip. And he makes it. So a birdie. So rights the ship back to within 1. Can't get a blue chip. But okay, we're to 17 with this first group. Things start speeding up once we get these groups finishing. Limestone Canal borders the left, and water laps at the edge of the green. Only 1 bunker to the right of the fairway. So we got plenty of water on the left. And yeah, 386. This isn't too bad. This is a little bit of a respite as well. So you've got, it's not easy. It's not cordial or anything. You got water in play. So it'll be Roca. He's going to hold on to the, wait, let's see. What do we got here? You got a semi-daunting man. He's going to hang on to him and just say to heck with it. It's a good thing he didn't, because he gets the control of it anyway. 3, 5, 6. Scatter, puny, nope. Champion, semi-champion with a dot. He gets an easy putt. Easy putt for birdie. Can he get a 1 to 4? Boom. So a birdie for Roca. Good for him. We should see him to the end. We haven't lost any to the... so this is why it's a little longer. We're almost to 3 hours. It's a little longer because we haven't had any out of contention rolls. LaSalle Jr. And that's a 2, 3, 5. Par 4. Legend or Shaper. No, he's neither of those, and he's not a champion either, so it's right now. Right now, he is neutral. It's going to check if he's hot, and he's not, so it's going to be a difficult birdie putt. Needs a 1. And it's a 2. Moderate par. He makes that. Okay. Hahn and Aberley at 16. Hahn has no more blue chips to spend. 23. Oh, and he hits his second shot right straight into the water. And Hahn's tournament just probably washed up ashore. So a green 2, though, so at least it could be worse. Sunny. Hahn is stormy, so no, he isn't. So he's going to have a moderate putt for double bogey. Needs a 1 to 5 to get the double bogey, and he does, but that's a disaster. He's going to drop to a tie with Roca. And now Aberley. $14, rough in one. Green 2, master. He's not a master, but he'll end up with a moderate par putt, so not too bad. Needs just needed 1 to 5. Good. Okay, 15. Hockle, the leader. He's going to burn a blue chip to take control of this, and he doesn't have great stats, but he also doesn't want to deal with the possibility. You know what? He's taking it back. He's deciding that this is one maybe to let it ride a little bit. So, guess what? He gets the white 6 in the process, and he gets another one. So he played it the safe way, and it pays off for him. Now he's got even more to burn. Wallace. They're starting to chant Rudy again. He's within 3. Rudy, Rudy. And it's going to be 12. Golf Cam course. Rudy, Rudy. It's like, come on, that's from a movie. I have to pay royalties every time they say it. Daunting, no. Hacker, no. He's going to have a clutch putt for birdie. Rudy needs a 1 to 4 to get another blue chip. If it's 5 or 6, he'll lose 1. But this for birdie. Rudy, Rudy. Up to minus 19. He's still hanging around. And he gets a blue chip out of it. Clutch putt. Now Jakowski coming off that eagle. Doesn't have chips to use. He's got to hope for good rolls. Hope that it comes down on his side. 16, bunker in 1. Green 4, not too bad. The green 4 out of fairway bunker. Chunky, he's not. He'll have a moderate putt for par. Got to just avoid the 6. And he does. So Zakowski, if he can crawl his way in here at minus 19 or minus 20 somehow, that would be a mark that those guys would have to look at coming in. There's a 6 for Wiles. He'll get a par and a blue chip. Okay, Honorado. He needs a hole like Jakowski had here. And it's going to be him first. Okay. He's hanging on to his blue chips. No reason to use him here right now. But it's a 5. Maybe there was a reason to. 25. That's Golf Cam course. He is rust. That could be a problem. Because he's probably going to need a clutch putt. 2 on a par 5. Cordial. Yes. Clutch putt for birdie. He's rust. And so what is he going to do? Well, he's got to play the game that if he spends 1, he at least prevents himself from burning 1. And maybe he has a chance to make this and get his birdie. So 1 to 3 now. And he still misses it, but that'll give him an easy par. Could have been worse. Would have liked to have had a birdie there. Had to burn a chip, but gave himself a marginally better chance. Now here's the Jaeger. Okay, he gets better for 2, 4, 5. He gets to play off of his own card here. Not a legend. Champion, semi-champion with a dot. So he'll have a blue chip coming his way, and it'll be a green 5 on the regular gallery. Cheers. Hacker, no. He'll have a moderate birdie putt. Jaeger 1 to 2 for a moderate birdie. He misses, so now easy par. See, that's one where you get tempted to use a blue chip to make it easy, and he still would have missed the putt. So, you know, that's That's some of the strategy you have to consider. Okay, Emmerich now. No blue chips. Can't get him this round. He's still in play. He's still got plenty of time here, and he's going to get control of this with a 2-2-6. Par 4. Yeoman or Gilded, he's neither of those. Champion, yes. He'll have an easy birdie putt, so can't improve it. Needs a 1-4, and he would tie Hockle for the lead again. And it's in! Back-to-back birdies for Emmerich. He's finding his form again. Minus 21. And that's where it stands, with Laufenberg still to play here. And, and it's 66, rough and 1. We aren't going to play the special result because it's not controlled by the golfer, even though I've read a variety of interpretations. I don't do it that way. So 66 and then a green 6, which is not going to help. That's going to be a master, and he has a double difficult putt for par because he is not master. He's got to lag it, and the lag leaves him with an easy bogey. And Laufenberg drops to where he started the day, minus 18. So it's Ockel and Emmerich, and we're going to start hitting 18. Guys are going to start finishing up, and we're getting close. So we're at 2:56, 3 hours in almost, and we're going to get this done. But we also have not taken on any emerging contenders. We also haven't gone to any out of contention roles. So Kaisen Roca has finished this off. So here we go. It's semi-daunting finishing hole. 5 degrees of course difficulty. Numerous bunkers and an uphill slope make for a finishing hole that packs a punch. Roca is going to use a blue chip, and then he's going to roll the decider die. Decides whether or not he has to use a second one. And he doesn't, so he can keep that one, and he gets control of the hole without having to pitter around with that course. So 2-3-3, the course card. 2-3-3. King, no. Well, it's going to be short game check with a green 3. Is he soft? No, he's not. So he'll have an easy putt for par. He's going to spend that to make it gimme, because why not? You can't carry the... Well, you can if you're going to go into a playoff, but no reason to for him. He's not going to get in the playoff. That is a par. 3 under par on the back. Pretty good finish for Roca. 32. That gives him a 70. And so Roca, that's a 268, which is 16 under par. That's what I have up there. So minus 16. Whoops. So that leaderboard up there is unofficial. It's better once I hit the end. I can then do the calculations and make sure everything is okay. Okay, now LaSalle Jr. has no way to... I mean, what he could do is he could spend the blue chip, and then if he gets the decider die, then he still misses out. So he'd rather just not even try, and he'll take his chances with a 25. That's bunker in 2, green 5, sandy, semi-sandy with a dot. So he is sandy. He'll have an easy putt for par. He'll make it gimme, and that will be it for him as well. Oh, he almost misses it, but that was gimme. So, hey, that's 37 on the back. 1 over par, unfortunately. 69 on the round, and that's going to be 2... Whoa, maybe I missed... did I miss a bogey for him? Let me see. 69 and 198, so that's going to be 762. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. 267 minus 17, so he actually dropped a shot somewhere that I didn't get, so he's actually right there. Okay, so those guys are finished, and things should start picking up after this go-around. Not to belabor that point, but it's just good to know because it means we're getting closer. Okay, Aberley has the tee here at 17 after Hahn doubled 16. And there'll be 25 Golf Cam course Green 1 on the par 4. Cordial no. Laser. He has yet to get that laser come up for him right now. It's a clutch putt for par. 1 to 3. He could get rid of his other blue or red chip if he. And he does make it. So Aberley with a par, and now he doesn't have to worry about any meltdowns. Now Hahn storming in with a double bogey, just entering his card. It's a 16, and he puts it right back in the water off the tee. Can't get it out of his mind, and Hahn is. We talk about a meltdown in this game. He's just having a meltdown on the course. Sometimes you have a meltdown after if you keep red chips after you finish 18. So 16 leads to the water in 1 and a green 5. Is he an icon? He is, so that will get him a difficult par putt. So he could have ended up much worse. Needs a 1 to 3 here, and he gets it. So, oh, that's a positive, I guess. He could have ended up out of contention with that if it had gone the wrong way. Now, Rudy Wallace coming off a birdie, going to 16. And he's going to use one of them blue chips. One of them blue chips to get control of this hole. Them there. Can stay away from water if he does that. 4-4-5. And 4-4-5 is Rudy hot. He is semi-hot, and he has the decider die saying yes. So he doesn't get a blue chip, but he gets the gallery cheering. He's been a blue chip, so he can't earn one, but he ends up as a utility. He's not. So he'll have a moderate putt for birdie. Rudy Wallace within 2. He can use 1. So this is another one of these where you say to yourself, do you want to hang on to chips? And he's going to try and hang on to this. He needs a 1 to 2 to get within 1. Moderate birdie putt. Can he do it? Oh, and he misses. Rudy misses. So that leaves him an easy par. It was worth a shot. That's a par for Wallace. He's going to have a nice finish, and then I see it. Ow. Ooh. Okay, Franz Hockel, the leader. Well, one of the leaders now. Yeah, he's going to use 1 too. He doesn't want to have to mess around with that water. 3-4-6. Par 4. Is he a bomber or dynamic? Neither. Nope, it's going to be short game check, green 3. Is he soft? He is soft. He's going to have a pin roll. You get to roll the white die here. If it's a 1, again, it's a 3. So that's going to be an easy putt for par. Just what he needs. He wants to hang in there, and he does. So through 16, minus 21, he's 3 under on the back 9, all before, and he's taken this tough stretch in par so far. So he's sticking with it. So Gary Jakowski is going to take his chances on this hole. Gets a par, and he'll get a blue chip, so he's going to have 2 taking into 16. So that's a par for him. Malcolm Wiles, 3 back. Got close, but then kind of fell apart here a little bit. 26 Golf Cam course. And a 4. On a par 3. Not daunting, so he'll have a clutch birdie putt. He's semi-rust. He's got to go for it here. He needs a 1 or a 2. Well, he's going to lose the blue chip. And now that'll be an easy par. So why would you do that? Just to explain a little bit while I'm changing things over here for the next hole. I would do that because you have to figure he has to get a birdie, plus he has to have some other capital to use. So he could get a second blue chip there if he makes that birdie on the 1 to 2, and it's a worthwhile chance in my book. 1 out of 3. It's not great, but could be worse. So here is going to be Honorado on a tough hole. He's still within 2. I was going to say a white 6 would be helpful. He's got 13, bunker and 2, and a green 6. This is going to be a bogey probably for him. He might have to use that blue chip to try and get a difficult par putt, and that may just not be worth anything. So sand and 2, green 6. Is he sandy? Oh, but he's semi-sandy with a dot. So there you go. Easy par. He gets away with it. His ability to recover, this has helped him twice, and he makes it. So 2 times, I think it might even be 2 times in a row, he's made a par out of the sand where you had a bad lie. Okay, Boyd Yeager. He's going to try and... Oh, guess what? He gets the white 6, and so he gets a 3rd blue chip, and he takes a par at 14. Okay, so Emmerich, the last gasp for him, really, as far as like easy holes. After this, he just got to play it in. Okay, so let's see, can he master this hole? 1-1-5. That's a pretty good roll. Let's see how it works out. Low rolls tend to be better. 1-1-5. Yeoman or scatter, he's neither of those. Is he a champion? He is. He can't get a blue chip, but he does get the gallery cheers and a 1. Is he a champion? Yes. He gets a gimme birdie putt. He'll take solitary lead as long as he doesn't end up with a 6-6. And it's in. 3 in a row for Emmerich. And he moves to -22. 1 ahead of Hockel. Here is Laufenberg. He gets a white 5. And that's a 14. Golf Cam course. Okay, so he should get a chance at a birdie here. It's cordial, so yes, a clutch birdie putt. Semi-gold. He is going to chance it. Needs a 1-4. And he makes it. So birdies for both these guys. He gets to -19. He earns a 2nd blue chip. And now these guys just have to persist getting through the rest. Okay, back to 18. So we are going to start the downward trend here now. Hey! There's Steve Tower in the room there. Good to see you, Steve. Guess you guys are gearing up for the con here pretty soon. Wish I could be there, but I've kind of blown my stash of money this summer on a variety of trips, so maybe I have to earmark some more next year. But all right, so semi-daunting. 18th, Aberley, he was in the lead at one point and just lost a couple shots along the way, and yeah, so no blue chips able to spend here, and let's see what happens. See if he can get through at 13. Woods in 2. Woods in 2, and a green 1 will help him. Workman, he isn't, so he's going to have a pin shot. See if he can chip it in for birdie here. Nah, he's just going to get an easy par, which he'll take. Closes it out. That's 2 over on the back. Let's see. Wait, yeah, 2 over on the back, 69. 2 under on his round, just not quite good enough, and he's going to tie with LaSalle Jr. at -17, 267. And now Hahn, who has had basically a blow up on 16, hit the water twice in a row, and he finally gets a green 6, or a white 6. He's going to attack the green. Why not? He doesn't have blue chips. That can't use the blue chips after this, so he will. Let's see, what are we going to do? We're going to re-roll white, and we'll see if he gets a chance at a birdie here. 5. Is he a master? No. He's not a workman, so he's going to have a difficult birdie putt. Hahn is at -16. Should go for broke, but instead I'm gonna do my lag here with a difficult birdie. That still gives him the gimme par. And he should scrape that one in, and he does. So he went even par on the back. Let me see something. Did I mess something up here? I think I did. Let me try this again. So I think LaSalle Jr. So he was 1 over. I think it's because I'm in 36 par mode. So that's why LaSalle Jr. wasn't. I had that right to begin with. He's minus 18. Now let me see. 3 under. That's right. Yeah. So that's 68. That's 266 minus 18. So my calculations were incorrect. And Hahn is an even par, so that's a 70. Which Hahn, that's going to be a 268 minus 16. He is with Roca. Okay. Whew. All right, I got to turn up my fan a little bit here. Getting warm in here. Get a drink of water. Let's put these guys in the clubhouse. Okay, 17. It'll be Wallace first. Crowd is chanting, Rudy, Rudy. Thinking maybe he still has a chance, but with Emmerich doing what he's doing, and I missed a die. Let's get these guys off here. I'll roll this one now. That's still a 6. Okay, I should probably add a 23 up here as well, because you never know with Emmerich. 23 is going to be Golf Cam Green. Green 6. It's not friendly, and Rudy is not laser, so he's going to need a clutch putt for par. Semi-gold. He's going to use the green die. He's going to spin it and see if he can get the old 1 to 4. And he misses it. He loses a blue chip. And he's going to get a bogey here unless he flounders that putt. He doesn't. So the crowd starts saying, you suck. No, just kidding. All right. So Franz Ockel, he's 1 back. He's got 2 blue chips. He wants to save them for 18. Oh, and he gets a 1 on the white die, so 1, 2, 6, par 4. Let's see if he can find some love. Not direct, not stone. He's soft, so he's going to be mood. He doesn't have a mood. The green 2, it's even, so it's going to test whether he is sunny. And guess what? He's not sunny, so he's going to have a difficult putt for birdie. He either gives up a blue chip to make it a little easier, or he just tries to make it. That difficult putt is a 1. He has a 16% chance thereabouts. 1 out of 6. Or he could lag it and take his chances on 18, and I think he will do that. He also knows that Emmerich has to come in on a few holes, so that leaves him with his gimme par putt, which he makes. Now, there's 3 6s we haven't seen yet. I haven't seen that in a long time. That's truly debilitating and leaves you feeling like you don't know what is left to trust in the world. But anyway. All right, so 16. This is one where you could use a blue chip without having to spend a second. But Tchaikovsky, 3 behind, is going to take his chances with it. 24. That's in the sand green side. With a 6, bad lie in the bunker. And he is not sandy, so he's going to have a double difficult putt for par. Maybe he should have used him there. This is a tough inward stretch, and yeah, he's going to have to lag. He's not that daring. And it's so easy for bogey. If anybody is wondering if I haven't explained it enough times before, this is my custom lag rule. It's basically you need the decider die and a couple of 1s to make either a difficult or a double difficult. You can also make it difficult with just 2 1s regardless. But if you hit 6s, you get kind of jerked around a little more, and you messed up your lag in a rather serious way. So now Wiles. So I recreated Wiles' card for this tour with, I might have changed, I think I changed his tournament rating. If anybody wasn't here earlier and I explained it, it's going to be a 4, which, same thing, he's in the woods this time though. Same thing as far as it's 5 degrees of course control, so it's a bear, workman, at least he didn't hit it in the drink. Workman, not a workman, I'm not sure if we have any workmen in this, but easy par. And he downs it, guzzles it right down into the hole, and okay. Honorado looked like he was going to be in for a piece of this lead, and instead he just he bogeyed 10 and just hasn't been able to put anything together since. Let's see if he can do it at 15 here. 24, golf cam green, and a green 2, par 3. It's going to leave him with an easy putt for par, which he's like, just don't give me clutch because I'm rust, and it's basically eating my blue chips up. And Jaeger, the Jägermeister, he also gets a 4, and that 22 is going to be trees. He's going to have to get up and down out of the trees. He gets a green 3, which is not the worst thing in the world, because he's not a workman. He'll have a gimme par putt, and that should, of course, we just said about that. Okay, good. Felt like I jinxed it, maybe, potentially. I don't believe in jinxes, but sometimes you just see things happen. Okay, tough hole. A real jerk of a hole, and Emmerich is going to see what he can do with it. He can't earn blue chips today. And let's see how he fares on this bear. 45 woods with a green 6, so he's got a bad lie in the trees. And let's see, he is a semi-master with a dot. I don't know if that will help him here or not. Oh, guess what? It will. Guess what? It's going to. So 4 woods in 1. It asks if he's a master, and he is. He's got a difficult putt for birdie. So he musters himself up onto the green. And Emmerich, he's not going to get greedy. He's going to do the lag of the difficult birdie putt. Oh, he almost got the 6-6 miss, plus the decider die, but fortunately for him, he gets a 5, so it still leaves him with the gimme par. If he had gotten the 6, he would have ended up with a moderate par putt, which still isn't terrible, but so this is a gimme par, and it's good to go. Just like the extra drama that adds. Sometimes it works out that you get something real. I've had one special happen. I guess that's what I'll call it from now on, a special. So Laufenberg, a check. Check of his conscience here. Does he use the blue chips now and give himself a chance maybe at sniffing out a birdie on this hole and getting himself back? There's the hang on and see what happens. He's gonna use the blue chips. He's like, what the heck? He's like, YOLO. So 3, 5, 6. Let's see if that dials up anything for him here on the par 4. Does it dial up anything? Scatter or puny? He's a shaper, so that's champion. He is a champion, so he gets an easy putt for birdie. 1 to 4. Can he drain it and get within 2 of his playing partner? And it's in there. Bang, slap, bam, boom. Laufenberg gets to within 2. So it's going to be interesting here. We got Hockel can post a score on 18, and he's got 2 blue chips to use. So that could present a problem for Emmerich, although Emmerich just seems to give himself birdie putts on every hole. So let's see. So it's Ockel here, going to be the first to play 18. He's going to spend a blue chip. He's going to roll the decider die, and he's going to have to spend the other one. But he does get control. I just put the 1 there, even though it doesn't really mean much. And this may be the worst beat you can get, I feel like, because you're also semi-challenging. And you get these sequence numbers in the 1, 2, 3, or the 4, 5, 6, and you go to the golf cam green. And then you got the dot to make it challenging. And basically he just gets torched. Well, it's asked if it's friendly, so he catches a break there. That could be worse. You could have your 4, 5, 6 spelled in different colors, because the green 6 actually buys you an out. He's still going to have to make a clutch. And this is the only case where I allow using a red chip, because if he misses the clutch, then he would earn a red chip. I would let him use that to go ahead and downgrade to a moderate bogey putt. But so it asks here, is it a friendly green? And it is definitely not friendly. And he's not laser, so he ends up with a clutch putt for par. So he needs a 1 to 4. Can he get it to stay minus 21? This is big. This is a big putt. Can he be semi-gold, this kind of clutch in this big situation? And sure enough, he does. And guess what? He'll take a blue chip into a playoff if there is one. So a par for Ockel, 32 on the way in. That's a 66, a good round from him. Let's make sure the math all works out. That is a 260. 263. That's minus 21. That is correct. Par 71 course. And now Wallace. I know I'm taking a little extra time here to work through this stuff, but I don't care. Rudy only had a blue chip, so he couldn't really do anything worthwhile trying to. I play that there's no way that you would spend that blue chip to get control if you could potentially just lose it. You'd rather use it to upgrade a putt if you could get it. So in the woods in 1, green 6, master, not a master, so it's a double difficult putt for par. He'll make it difficult. Needs a 1 to 3. And he misses it, so that leaves a moderate bogey. He's got to avoid a 6, and he does. So a bogey for Wallace. Back-to-back bogeys to close out his round. That should put him at minus 17, but it might actually be minus 16. I might have forgot to change him over. 35 on the back, 70. That's an easy addition. 267. And that would be minus 17, so I guess I was right. Okay, so Ockel, I'm going to leave him up because he's still got a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance? Yes, I am. I'm telling you there's a chance. Okay, 156 for Wiles. He's going to be the first to play because of Jakowski's bogey. Legend or Bomber. He's a semi-bomber and does not get the benefit of the decider die, so we move on to Hacker. No, so it's going to be Mood. Was there somebody that ended up having a Mood? I think I lagged every other Mood check so far. So it's going to be Mood for Wiles, and he doesn't have one, and it's a 6, so it's going to check if he's sunny, and he's not. So it's going to be a pretty rough go of it here for him. Par 4. Difficult putt for par. %50 chance, and he's going to be Stormy now. He's going to be Stormy Daniels. He's going to now have to make a bogey putt. And he makes it. So that's Wiles. Wiles is wiling away here. Thought maybe he had a glimpse of the top, but that just frittered away. Now Jakowski. The old special result check. I think I'm on about 20% good with these special result checks anymore. It seems like it's been going the wrong way a lot of the time. I don't know. I'll re-roll the decider die because I can't remember if it was up or down. I just pushed my thumb and it changed it. So here we go. Special result level 1. 33. We go to level 2. Now let's see. I don't know if they get any better or worse if you get like 16. Off target tee. Golfer tries second shot from unusual stance rather than penalty stroke. While the decider die bullet, the gamble works on the green in 3. You know what? I'm going to check it out. Because I usually go with what's on there. Is this it? No. Ooh, where? Oh, there. It was yes. Okay, so that's fine. It was yes. So let's see. If the decider die is bullet, the gamble works on the green in 3. Easy putt for par. Blank gamble fails. So there's a good one, I guess. Or it's probably just sort of So he's got a chance at an easy par and he makes it. So any other no stormy, no nothing like that. Or no anything like that. Get out my proper English for once. All right, Honorado to 16. It's going to be a 4-hour video. I'm sitting here running my mouth the whole time. And he gets a 1 on a hole where it's course control 5. 12 in the woods. Green 4. It's kind of middle of the road. Could go either way. Half yes, half no. For Workman, no. It's going to be a moderate second putt for par. Actually, so no, it's more like 80%. Right. 80-something percent. 1 to 5. Good. No problem. He's still like another blue chip. Jaeger. He'll burn one of them here. What the heck? 3-3-4. He's not a yeoman. Semi-champion with a dot. He'll get an easy birdie putt. Question is, do you want to use that other blue chip to make it gimme? And then you assure yourself. We're going to just go easy. 1 to 4. Oh! That's what happens. It seems like when you don't guarantee it, you get the old... And he's gotten the 6-6 in this one. So that leaves him a gimme par, which he makes. If there was going to be a guy that got the old 6-6-6, the old demon roll, it would have been him. All right, Laufenberg, 15. 2 back. Out of blue chips. Could use a white 1 or a white 6 right now. And it's a 3, so it's going to be 36. And it's going to be rough in 1, green 3. So another sort of half and half chance here. He's not a workman, so he'll have a gimme par. That's not bad at all. Gimme par. And he sinks it. And now Emmerich coming off a par. Can't earn blue chips. And let's see, he can't earn blue chips, so he could just take the par. It would probably do him well here. He could also attack the pin. Or whatever they call it. Attack the green, I guess. I always call it attack the pin on a par 3 because you already know it's going to be a difficult putt for birdie. So in this case, I would probably be inclined to just lag it anyway, so we'll take the gift par. Doesn't get a blue chip for it, but it's okay. He's got 3 holes left to play. If he can play an even par, he wins. Unless Laufenberg plays them 3 under. Okay, so 18, it's Jakowski and Wiles. Jakowski will spend a chip. roll the decider. It's going to be yes. He's going to spend the other one. See if he can tie up Honorado there at minus 19 on the way in here. 2, 4, 5. Legend, he is. So he can't get a blue chip, but he will go to the gallery. Cheers. He's not a hacker on a 5, so it's a moderate putt for birdie. Gives himself a 1 in 3 chance out of this. 1 or 2. 1 or 2, and it's a 6. So that's going to leave an easy par putt. Oh! There's that unlucky piece of crap. So now he gets the old gimme bogey, and if we were to get that in a row, that would be... So bogey's that one. After his eagle on 13, he decides to give Braden LaSalle Jr. a little more money. And feeling charitable, 35-71, even par. And so that's going to be 267. He's tied with all those other guys at minus 17. Bad Gary. Bad Gary. I have too much money. I'm just going to toss one into the freaking... I don't know. I'm just going to run one right by the cup. Hey, who cares? Bunker 2. Green 5. Greenside bunker. Is he sandy? Nah. He's not sandy. He's SpongeBob. Anyway, difficult putt for par, 1 to 3. He's like, what the heck? I saw Gary do it. I might as well do it too. Now it's a moderate bogey putt. You can't get 2 6s in a row, right? Yeah. So they both bogey. He decided he was going to start up the old drinking early here. Malcolm. So that's a 72 for him. 1 over par. 268 minus 16. He said, yeah, Gary, you know what? I'll make sure you don't have to give all that money to Braden. I'll let you have a little bit back. Just because that's the kind of playing partner I am. That's the kind of guy I am. We got two twosomes left. So Hockle is in the clubhouse, 1 behind Emmerich, and you've got Honorado 3 back. He's probably not going to be able to do much, but it would be helpful for him to get a 1, 2, or 3 on the white die right here. He could use that blue chip, but he gets his 3 anyway. It's a 3, 4, 5. That's not usually a great roll, but yep, that's going to eat it up. That's like, hey, you know what? The gallery, you guys are going to groan. They go, oh, as it like finds the rough. And you're like, man, that guy could have had it, and he just completely blew a gasket. He's going to have a difficult putt for par because he's not a workman. Now he needs a 1 to 3, and he can't do anything about it. Well, he gets that. That's all he can do about it. He can make it. Take his medicine. And so here's Jaeger, the Jägermeister. He gets a 2, 4, 4. He's still waiting on his 666s for the fun of it. King or Dynamic? Nope. Utility? He's going to have Golf Cam Green. And with a 4, it's going to be probably it's a clutch putt for par. So he either spends it and loses it and can't earn it back, or he rolls the dice and he might have 2 going on to 18. He might have 3 going into 18, but he only can spend 2. He's just going to try and go 1 to 3. The old 50-50 chance goes his way. And all right, back to 16. Let's get serious here for a bit. We've got Laufenberg within 2. Some of these guys, it's just kind of like, when they're back markers, I mean, it's just, what, a couple $100,000 here or there. It's not, maybe 50,000. I don't know. But anyway, we got this 5 degrees of course control, par 4. And you've got Laufenberg with the tee. He really wants to avoid this water, but he doesn't have any blue chips to help him out. So he's got the 46, and the 46 is in the woods. That's better than the water. And he's got a good lie in the woods, which is also quite helpful. So woods in 1, 46, and then a green 1. He's not a workman, so he gets a wow chance. He will earn a blue chip and maybe a chance to sink a birdie. Re-roll the white die. It's a 1. Let's re-roll the white die. If it's a 1, he draws into a tie with his playing partner. It's a 5. So that's going to be a gimme birdie putt. And unless he gets snake bitten, he doesn't. That's another birdie for Laufenberg. He joins Hockel, who's in the clubhouse, but 1 back. So if Emmerich finds a way to stumble, you got 2 guys there ready to sop up the juices, so to speak. All right, here's Emmerich. Well, he gets a white 6. He can't earn a blue chip, but he will take that par. Probably not going to get much of a birdie out of it, so why risk it? Why risk it? Well, because you could get a birdie and you end up putting a shot between you and the other guys, right? But you might not need that. Although Laufenberg, you never know. I joked about him finishing 3 under on the final 3 holes, but all right. So 18, Honorado, he's out of blue chips. Just got to go for it. And that's a 45. He's in the rough in 1 with a green 3. Rough in 1, green 3, workman, no. He's going to have an easy putt for par, and that'll close it out for him. Can't get 6s here. Oh, look at that. Double. You got the old snake eyes, so doesn't do him any good. 36, 69. Honorado, that's going to be a 265, I think. Minus 19. My scoreboard gets the job done there. Okay, Jaeger, he's going to just go ahead and spend 1 here and then say, hey, Mr. Decider Die, give me a nothing. And he does. So he gets to keep the other 2. He gets control. And now we'll re-roll the decider with the other 3 and see if he can finally have some decent luck here. 2, 3, 5. Par 4. Legend or he is a shaper. How about that? I think that's one of the first times I've had the shaper come up as a check, and it's been there. He is a shaper. He gets the gallery cheering. They're like, hey, I know a good promotion for you, Boyd. For every time we cheer, you give us a free 5th of Jägermeister. Since you're the Jägermeister. Anyway, green 5, hacker. He's not a hacker, so he gets a moderate putt for birdie. Well, he's going to use a blue chip to make it easy. You know he's going to miss it, right? He's going to miss it. 1 to 4. Oh, and it leans. All right, we need a re-roll. We need a re-roll. Ah, he made it. It was going to be a 6, and he knew it. It's like it was on the edge of the lip, and then in. So that is a birdie. Jaeger. Guess what? He gets to take some money from Braden LaSalle, I think. Let's do the math. It's going to be 35. Good even par around on a tough back. 1 under par on the full round for Jaeger, and that's going to be 266 minus 18. Yep, so with LaSalle Jr. Okay. And he's not going to need that blue chip. And Honorado isn't rust anymore, so he is no longer the product of oxidation. Okay, Laufenberg on a little bit of a streak here. Going to 17. He's going to hold on to a blue chip. He'd love a white 6 right now. That wouldn't get him a birdie, but it would get him a second blue chip, and he'd be in prime shape to go to the last hole. Well, it's a 1. 1, 4, 4. Maybe this will be better. You never know. Legend, no. Champion, yes. Easy putt for birdie. Now the dilemma. Oh, he's using it. He's got to use it. Gimme. Gimme. And it's in. He's got to use it because he can't use it to take control anyway. So he's tied with Emmerich. 2 in a row. 4 out of 5. Laufenberg is on fire. He ties Emmerich. And here's Emmerich to play the 17th as well. And he's going to be 2-5-5. Let's see what that one says. Legend. Nope. He's not a hacker either. It's going to be Golf Cam Green. Green 2. Friendly, no. Challenging, no. It's going to be an easy putt for par. So it's going to go tied into the 18th. Neither of them have a blue chip. What did I say? That was an easy putt for par, so that is a par. So we're going to 18. If there's a tie, we will replay 18. And then we will play... Then we'll start at 11 and we'll play 11, 12, 13. So we get sort of a... And we'll play right in from there. I want to try to get an easy hole, but I don't want one that's just a plain old length hole that's going to absolutely help Emmerich. So, all right. But it may finish here. You never know. So that's 2 in a row for Laufenberg, right? 2 in a row. And, yeah, I joked about that, but there is something to be said. Now, he doesn't have a blue chip here. That's going to be real tough. This is where that white 6 would be sterling for him. Nope. 46. Woods with a green 2 off the tee. Not a bad lie. Is he a master? No. He's going to have an easy putt for par. Well, you know what? Since this is basically match play now, give me a moment. I'm going to put this here. So, in these cases where we start getting to match play, I like to do this a little bit like an actual... like the way it actually plays in real life, you know. It's not usually this hackneyed where one guy finishes out. All right. So that was an easy putt for par, if I recall. And so Laufenberg is going to have an easy par putt. And Emmerich, he has yet to play, so he's going to play right now. And he's going to get a 12, which is going to be rough in 2 with a green 6. Uh-oh. Oh, my. Rough in 2. Well, he's semi-master with a dot, so that may help him. 6. Master, yes, he'll have an easy putt as well. So these guys are going to have to rely on the 6-6. All right, Laufenberg was first, so we're going to make him first. You know, this could come down to the order of who goes. Laufenberg first, and he gets double 4, so he makes par. So he is in. Emmerich has to make this putt. As long as he doesn't get a 6-6 miss, they go to playoff. And it's in the hole. So let's make sure the math is right. That's why you go to the clubhouse. You add up the scores. That's a 33 for Laufenberg. 68. That is a 2. That's 63. That may be part of the problem. Let's see. Let me check this. Now I'm going to be pissed. Excuse my language. I'm going to be miffed if there's a snafu in the scoring. So he was 2 under on the back. Wait, that's why it's a 32. Right? 3 under par on the back for Laufenberg. 32, that's a 67. Okay. 262, that's minus 22. There we go. All right. Now, Emmerich, he's 2 under. That's 33 and 34, 67. They started tied, 262. Minus 22. They're going to overtime, or whatever you want to call it. We're going to play 18 again. And we're going to say Laufenberg is the yes, Emmerich is the no. Laufenberg will start. Okay. Hockel, you're going to finish third. A good tournament from Franz. His brother Hans didn't make it. Hans and Franz, the Hockel twins. But here is Jay Laufenberg. Nobody has any blue chips right now, but that could be the thing that plays into his advantage down the road. 25, bunker in 2, green 5. The other thing that will hurt him is that he's not a master, and so bunker in 2. Of course, master doesn't matter on the out of the bunker. Green 5. Is he sandy? He's not. Difficult putt for par. Okay, now Emmerich. Let's see. Emmerich. He's been doing it without a blue chip the whole round. 16 in the sand in 1, a green 2. He's not sandy. He has an easy putt for par. So, you go away in match play, and so we're going to go away here. It's going to be Laufenberg. He needs a 1-3. And that would basically give him a par, and it would make Emmerich have the 6-6 miss. So we're going to shake it up. 1-3, or else this thing may be in the bag for Emmerich. Oh, he just barely snakes it. A little bit of a curler, and it goes in the edge. Perfect speed. Laufenberg makes the putt, and now the pressure on Dustin Emmerich. So I'm gonna put this as 18, and then we're gonna go 11 and 12. So he makes a 4. It's a par 4. 11 I think is a par 4, and 12 is as well. Could be wrong though. Okay, so now we go Emmerich. He needs to avoid the high roll. If he does that, we're going to 20, and it's in. So good. He makes it. Oh, so we're going to go to 11. That's going to be our next. I wanted to get something that's easy, but not just a super duper easy, like cordial, double cordial, whatever. All right, so if we go 2 more holes, it will be 13, and that is exactly the hole. Laufenberg, second hole of the playoff. No blue chip. Oh boy, hand's sticky. All sweaty and stuff. That's going to be a gimme par. He will earn a blue chip there. And so that's going to basically leave it up to Emmerich. Probably should make a rule that says let's do it. Let's not give him the 4 yet. I'm going to say in a playoff, this is a little house rule. I think this is a good rule. You got to make the easy. You got to make an easy par if you're in a playoff. It's not just, and you do get the. Well, if I play it by the real rules, it should be clutch probably, which would still earn him the blue chip. Yep, I'm going to do it. It's going to be clutch. We're going to say clutch. It doesn't matter about the 6s or anything. Playoff, it's going to be clutch if you get the white 6, regardless. You know what? Screw it. Screw it. I don't want to mess with the rules that much. I'm just going to call it good. It's a 4. I'd like to add drama, but I just don't want to do it wrong either. I feel like this is fine. All right, so 1-3-5. Par 4. The other thing that sucks is it doesn't give him a chance to make a birdie. At 1-3-5. Duffer or puny, he's not utility. It's right now. Right now he is even. He's not cold. So that's going to give him a chance. It's going to give him a shot here. It's a 4. Green 3. Cold? No. So he has an easy birdie putt. 1-4. What is he? There we go. Easy birdie. 1-4. Emmerich's going to line it up here. Makes his fingers, puts 2 fingers together, seeing how much break is in it. Trying to get some confidence. Takes a backstroke. Takes it back and through a couple times. Settles himself, backs away. Gets back up to it again. And here we go. 1-4. Dustin Emmerich wins his 2nd tournament in a row. Oh! Center cut. Birdie. Dustin Emmerich is the winner of the 2018 Mexican Open in a playoff over Jay Laufenberg. A tough fought one. Maybe would be worth having Laufenberg go for attacking the green. You take the easy par, you take the blue chip, and you hope. And Emmerich just got a good roll. He wasn't cold. If it had been an even number, it wouldn't have been nearly as favorable on that right now check. But because it was odd, that means you check easy, and that's what seals it. That is what seals it. So there you go. Dustin Emmerich, 2 in a row. Doesn't necessarily make me happy. I don't like favorites, but he is a favorite, and he's going to win on the 2nd playoff hole. Put it on the screen. Your winner on 2nd playoff hole. I'm going to check the comments here once I get done scratching it down. Oh, here. I know, yuck. Okay, Darth Emmerich. Nice. Bonus goal. So I think it was a great finish. Jägermeister, yeah. Yeah, thanks, Larry. Thanks, Jerry. Thanks, Mark. Steve Tower was in here for a bit. Let me see. Anybody else wander in and out? Jason Kunkel. I don't know if I mentioned but Jason was in here for a bit. I didn't get to talk too much, but man, that was probably the most. It's one of the more exciting tournaments we've had. Laufenberg, he could have. I was definitely in the tank for him as we went down the stretch. Had to get him a share of the lead, and I don't know. I don't think he would have ever had a chance for birdie on 18. So he would have needed a 2nd blue chip, and he wasn't going to get it that way. So you just have to play it the way that it rolls, and so it's fun. Yeah, I mean that's what makes this game fun. There's enough in it for the good players that you think. I mean it's just like real golf. You get. I think back to the Hale Irwin Mike Donald playoff in the U.S. Open way back in the 80s. And, but then you had, let's say on the other hand, you had Larry Mize and Greg Norman in the Masters in the 80s as well, which was a guy who was pretty much, I don't say unknown, but not a favorite against a favorite. I mean, Norman was good, and somehow Mize snaked in that chip on 11, and it was just, on the playoff. And I just, you'll forever remember him just jumping around, and you can just, in that same moment, you feel Norman, like, swallowing his tongue and just saying, you know what, this is just not my... This is not going my way hardly ever. He did win a couple of majors, but he could have won so many more. he just got the bad beats. So yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'm gonna go use the facility, so to speak. Actually, it's probably a good thing that I didn't eat anything, because I've been on the move. I've been going to different things, concerts and ballparks, and out to eat, and it's been a lot of food, and I'm starting to maybe hit some weight targets that I don't want to really hit. So, but anyway, I'm going to close it out here. We're on almost 4 hours of streaming. I hope my internet service provider doesn't have any restrictions or charges me double as soon as I start hitting a certain number of bits or bytes or whatever. But thank you guys for hanging in there on this. I hope there's some learnings in there. It goes by pretty quickly, but you see some strategy. Sometimes the strategies work, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you're better off not using them, but sometimes you get lucky. And I think Laufenberg got a little lucky on occasion on the way in, but he just didn't have quite enough. So until next time, keep rolling your dice and having fun playing these recreating sporting events, and we'll see you soon. Dustin Emmerich, the winner. See you later.